Hello! Welcome to the Tournameta Podcast. We are here with a special guest, and every guest is special, but today's extra special because he's not actually here. Legendary Oz
across
Smash.
the country.
Yeah, across the country, in Perth, from Queensland. Legendary...
How's it going?
Legendary YouTuber, Oz Smash YouTuber, Little Z. How are you?
I used to be kind of legendary in tournament. Now I'm definitely just the YouTube guy.
I remember watching, like, that was one of the reasons I tuned into Perth. I was like, hey, this Little Z guy's not so bad. But, yeah. No, I haven't watched any.
That's good to hear.
I barely watch Queensland VODs anymore. I'm a total scrub. There's no point, you know? I'm not getting any better.
Well, Perth doesn't even have that many VODs anymore. We've started to get a few streams going, which is good. I'm all about the commentary game these days.
Oh, commentary's sick, eh?
Yeah, I definitely have more fun with that. Mainly because my results have fallen off.
Yeah? You're like, nah, I'm done with
Don't talk
this.
about that. But
Yeah, I know the feeling. But do you reckon that's cool, though? Because you reckon commentary, like, helps you with making your vids? Because now they're more, like, you know...
I think it's almost the other way around. Like, me recording videos helps my commentary a lot.
Oh.
But it's definitely, like, really hand in hand. So
Yeah.
that's why I like doing heaps of commentary these days.
They build off of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But then it's also just, like, better practice for me to do that, and then rather than, like, trying to get really good and play in tournaments, because I don't have that much fun doing that anymore.
yeah, it's rough. Everyone, I reckon they go through, like, the big surge where they get really good, and then they sort of, like, everyone loses their drive after a bit, you know?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like, there was
Like, everyone's got that one period where they, like, they really try and they grind, and they get to, like, the very top point they can.
Yeah.
Except in Perth, that top point of where people get is always one below Pop at 1.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not even a joke. There's so many people that have, like, grinded to second place, and then, like, Pop at 1 always puts in the little bit of extra effort.
Yeah, we've had that with Jace, but I remember going to OHN.
It's been a similar situation there.
And
hey?
Poppet was like, we were talking to him about Jace, and he was like, no, Jace isn't that good. You can totally beat him. Like, don't even worry about it. You guys all just suck. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
But you had Mr. L come in and
yeah,
overtake him, or, like, take sets off him in Smash 4, right?
yeah, but even in Smash 4, he was like 4 and like 32 or something. Like, he had a horrible record overall against Jace. He was just one of the
Do you want to know my record against Pop at 1?
I'm a little curious. I will be honest.
Let me just flex real quick. It's he's beaten me 101 times.
Oh!
92 times in Smash 4 and
Jesus.
9 times in Ultimate. I think I've taken 8 sets.
Nice. There's some good 8 sets.
We got to a point where we had a matchup ratio and it was like 90-10
Oh, Christ.
when we had played 100 matches against each other.
That's rough, eh? That's where you're like... That's part of it where you lose your drive, you know? Where you're like, Jesus Christ, how am I ever going to beat this guy? Like, if I'm never going to be the best, is second best going to be?
And then I beat him at BigWin Championship.
The only one that mattered.
The story had a happy ending for me, at least.
Yeah. And now,
He's still pissed about that.
Hey, it happens. It happens. But yeah, there's that feeling I think you get in a tournament game, you know, where you're like, you really don't want to lose, and you like dig deep, and it means a lot to you, and then like you can just like dig into this feeling, and that like powers you, and then I reckon people lose that. I've seen a similar thing with
when you keep getting close and like not being able to do it, just lose the drive.
Yeah.
I always find that I have that sort of like dig deep moment only when I'm losing.
Yeah.
Like, historically, all the characters I've played, been like Donkey Kong with the Ding Dong in Smash 4,
Yeah.
Wario in both games with Waft, they all have these comeback factors. And I'll be like 150% behind, just take their second stock, and I'll be like more comfortable than if I had a huge lead.
Yeah. Then you're like, hold up.
Yeah. And the opponent's like sort of choking it away rather than I choke hard if I've got like a good lead.
Yeah. That was an awful thing that happened in Smash 4 all the time. Because it was with Rage, eh? Like, you'd lose your stock.
The Rage comeback. What do you mean awful? I loved that.
Oh, you love that? Oh, man.
Waft and Ding Dong. I lived and breathed the Rage. And also, do you remember the Me Brawler up B?
Yes. Oh, my God. I lost a
Piston
set
punch.
to that against a Wario player, actually, who was using Me Brawler on the side. Holy Christ. That thing was so bad. I mean, good, but bad for me.
The like up air piston punch. We called it the Minecraft in Perth.
It's good.
Popper One named that because there's pistons in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So
Straight
there's the
allegory.
lore. Terrible name for the combo, but
Nah, it fits up nicely. And so you obviously played me Brawler, and you piston punched people, you Minecraft comboed people.
yeah, that was actually towards the end of Smash 4. That was the only way that I could start taking sets off Jordan, because he had my DK like fully downloaded.
Yeah.
Then I just brought out the Mii Brawler, and it was so whack that like I actually took a few sets off him. Probably like 6 of the 8 sets I ever beat him with
Was
were
with the
Mii
Minecraft
Brawler.
combo. Oh, do you think... That's funny. You reckon, like, Minecraft is giving you powers? Do you reckon it's gonna seed its way back into Smash anyway? Sorry to, like, just do the hard transition into DLC talk, but do you reckon Steve's got a shot to get into DLC?
I think they have to be mad not to put Steve in the game.
Really? Ooh, alright.
Like, surely at this point, right?
He is huge. I'll give you that. He is revolutionary. He's modern. So he's got all the right boxes. But he feels so... I don't know. It's almost like...
I think he could actually have a sick moveset. Like, all right, this is what I've always said. I'll give you the Steve speech.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ender Pearl as the up B. Like, you should already be sold at that point.
Teleport, right? Like you throw it and then
you like throw the Ender Pearl, you teleport back on stage.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon that'd be sick. He's
I'm
got
feeling
like
that a
bow and
little bit.
arrow. He's got some potions. He can build a block for his down B or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like all his tilts can just be generic sword moves.
Yeah, or the pickaxe moves. I'd love to see him use his pickaxe.
Give him like a hero thing.
Yeah.
Where he just has crazy specials and then like boring sword moves as well.
Yeah, alright. I don't know. It's always felt like for me, like Deadpool being in the Avengers. You know, like they're both Marvel.
Right, like they're just different worlds.
Yeah, but the more people talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening. And like the thing is, it's got so many fans. The fans are so passionate, and
yeah, it's just too popular.
Yeah, I can see it getting in, but I don't want it to get in because I still got my boys Crash and the Doom guy.
Oh, you're not a fan of the Steve? I'll be happy with anyone that's like just left field.
Yeah,
I would not want like Gino or Sora or Isaac.
Or Skull
I want
Kid.
like the Crash or the Steve.
Yeah.
Those sorts of characters. Like Plant, I loved Plant.
Really?
That was hilarious.
Plant was really
like,
funny.
What a stupid addition.
But I was colossally disappointed when it came out. Because the trailer was like all in-game footage too. So I was like, what is going on here? Is this like
He's
the
like
final?
already in,
Yeah. But nah, now that he's in, I'm like, I do like it, you know? Sakurai's got that... There you go.
We actually have a really good plant in Perth Temper. So I really liked Piranha Plant. And then now Temper is just like insane and he's starting to make me hate it. Like some of Plant's options, the ledge trapping and stuff.
Yeah, they're starting to come
out of the woodworks.
It's funny how just
if you play any character optimally, they often boil down to just you'll get annoyed if you keep losing to it.
Yeah, that's it. At the moment it's like Joker, but then for me it'll eventually be, you know, someone pretty sick and then I'll just be like, you know what?
Yeah.
It's me, not the game. But it was like that in 4 too. I never understood
in Smash 4.
Yeah, I never understood why people hated like Lucas and Ness because I played them a bit and I was like, I don't understand it at all. But then
I feel like people didn't really hate Ness until Smash Ultimate.
People hate
Smash
Ness.
Ultimate Ness is stupid.
Yeah, it's way worse now than it was ever. But people always hated Ness because it was like, these guys are stupid, they just spam, and then they're not that good. And now it's like that, but it's true. So it's rough.
Even though I played against like Ness so much in Smash 4, like you could edge guard him better. PK Fire wasn't as ridiculous as it is now. And the yo-yo bullshit, like
yo-yo's sick.
That's oh no.
Yeah, and now he can just like run up the ledge and just start charging. It doesn't have to shield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's weird. So you're not playing competitively as much anymore, but are you still like taking your mains and stuff seriously? Are you like putting in the work?
Well, I guess it depends what you mean by playing competitively. I actually have been going to more weeklies recently.
Yeah.
Like mainly because there's been a stream there.
Yeah.
But for the last 4 weeklies, I've played Hero, and then Random.
Yeah.
So like
going to the tournaments, but
I'm naturally like a very I get very into the gameplay. I get quite salty if I lose, and then since I like haven't been putting the time into being a competitive player,
Yeah.
I was losing more often, and then I was just like hating weeklies.
Yeah.
So me playing the random sort of just like trying to get out of that competitive mindset, trying to have fun.
Yeah.
It's been working.
That's been working.
So I just try to go for fun.
It's
now.
funny how you like hero, and random.
Yeah, I made top 8 with random.
Oh, well, really?
Last tournament.
Well, that's pretty good.
Let's go.
I haven't made top 8
Yeah,
at all.
and it's also sort of the joke that people make on my channel where like everyone's my best character. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I've seen that in the comments.
Yeah, probably the comments of every single one of my videos. It's a bit overdone.
But it's got some truth to it, because if you play all the characters, then you do get experience with them all, right?
Yeah, I've actually started just playing like random and friendlies all the time because I want to be able to play as many different characters on my YouTube channel like well and like show them off to people that might not know as well as I do about like the game. Because I do have a lot of that newer audience like watching my videos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a saying back in Melee which was like, how do you become the best with your character? And the answer was to just play all of them, especially with your friends, so that you got like the matchup experience, but you
just
also
learn every matchup.
Yeah, but that's like almost ridiculously difficult in Ultimate these days because of the roster. But there's definitely some truth
like,
to it.
I want to get to the level of like Fruit.
Yeah?
Fruit was just when he mained random in Smash 4 and was just so good with every character.
That was nuts.
That's like the goal. Being PR as random.
You're selling
that's
me
sort
on
of my
this
new
now.
like
Now-
challenge for
Now
myself.
that you're
I guess.
telling me, I'm like, damn, that's a really good idea. I want to start playing random now. That sounds fun.
I mean, I've only done the random for one tournament, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And like people can really, your opponents as well can have fun with that as well.
Yeah.
They're never like off.
And also,
Afters.
I feel like it's more entertaining on stream.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Just like same with Hero. RNG, although it sucks to play against,
It
it's
is
so
true.
fun to watch.
Oh shit, he got Jigglypuff on the random, and then everyone starts popping off in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
so true. So you,
No, I find that really funny. And that's the same with a lot of things, like really bad to like play against, but really fun to watch. Don't you find that? Like, especially with the Minecraft combo we were talking about earlier.
yeah,
With the piston punch, I kept getting so many people being like, I love watching your me brawler because I played like Waluigi and
Oh,
just
yeah.
like got these stupid early kills at like 50%.
Yeah.
Everyone hated playing it, but like Twitch chat loved it.
there definitely is a lot of truth to that, and I think like Street Fighter 5 is a big example of that, because in Street Fighter they like dumbed it down but made it way more entertaining to watch, and so a lot of people were like, oh man, this game isn't as good as it was, it's a little bit more frustrating. But the viewership was just like, holy crap, like these are so entertaining to watch. As soon as Urine gets like the combo where you're just like basically 0 to deaths, you're like, that shit's nuts. So I see.
Yeah,
I see where
it's
you're
just
coming
like
from.
heaps more 0 to deaths and like really flashy stuff to look at, but
Yeah.
then in reality it's like you don't want to get touched and just lose.
Yeah, as someone who's played against me Brawl and been Minecraft comboed, I don't advocate for it. I tell everybody in chat right now, don't do it. Don't do it. Please,
Yeah,
God.
see, that's the reaction I got from everyone that I played. But it's because no one ever sees me brawler.
Yeah.
And then they don't think it's a consistent combo. They see you kill at 50, they're like, oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
And then they don't think about how bad it is to play against. It's like almost worse than Ding Dong.
Really? Because Ding Dong was pretty bad. That's a...
Yeah, it was.
That's
but
a
then the thing is,
statement.
I swapped off the Ding Dong because it wasn't enough cheese for me. I had to level up, you know?
You had to get more
Get that
cheese.
aged cheddar. With
Raided
meat
the
brawler.
cupboard, was like, where's the cheese hiding in the corner? Let me grab some of that.
Like, when my Ding Dong wasn't enough cheese to beat Popper, that's how you know it's like... he's a really hard matchup. I'm like, having to go past Ding Dong and like go one level higher.
I think the problem with Ding Dong is the downside is that you also had to play DK.
DK's not bad.
But you
I
had like...
see people put him so low in Ultimate as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just his tools, like outside grabs, just his tilts and stuff are all really good.
He's underrated, but I mean, he's huge as well. That was like, especially if you're playing against
Yeah.
Ness, like you're getting forward air comboed every day of the week. Like you're getting...
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I guess it's I don't think about it that much because I play a lot of heavies, so I'm definitely used to the landing problem.
Do you have a lot of fun with the heavies online in Ultimate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavies online is just like, they become twice as good as what they normally would be.
Mash forwards. Heavies and friendlies as well are pretty nuts. I don't know what it is. I think it might be because people
I
like
think it's
to play.
just like that little bit of a casual environment where people aren't going to just ledge trap you, aren't going to juggle you like... No, the really safe plays.
Yeah, they're going to play a little more aggressive.
You go for more cool stuff in friendlies and that. And then as soon as you go in tournament, then you realize what actually playing Donkey Kong or Bowser and that is like.
Yeah. It's rough.
I found that with K-Rool.
Yeah, K-Rool's had probably the most tragic story of all the heavies in Ultimate A. Started off okay, and then
got nerfed.
He's just been like forgotten. Ben
I don't know
Gold
how
doesn't
Ben
even
Gold
play him
does it.
anymore.
First on PR now, right?
Yeah, he is, but he's got it with mostly Bowser.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's made a big of
that makes sense. Bowser's definitely way better.
He doesn't
I thought
enjoy
he still
it.
played a lot of the Croc though.
He plays a lot of it, but like especially for matchups that he's just like, there's no way that K-Rool can do this. Like he switches it up to Bowser. So much so that
Snake is one that I find going Bowser is way better.
Snake's a rough one. I think everybody's like trying to figure out a bit of Snake at the moment. You've probably got a lot of
what
experience.
To try and take down Ben?
Oh no, like people have just, because we've got Sad Hour, but we've also got a couple other Snake plays in Queensland. And I think in general, like a lot of people are just like, how do we deal with this character? Because he's so nuts in so many matchups where he just like will do one dumb thing and just like shut you down completely.
Yeah, I hate Snake.
But
then there's a lot of characters that I hate. I sort of criminally hate way too many characters.
Well, now's the time to list them. You got any ones that you want to throw out there?
Just like, okay, take like the top 10 minus Wario. And then like... No, but it's like Joker, Snake, Lucina, Palutena.
Jeez.
Let me think of a top 10 character that I don't hate that much.
Okay. Besides
probably like Wolf.
Really? Because I hate Wolf.
Oh, Pokemon Trainer.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Trainer's sweet. Yeah. I don't think anyone can hate on the Pokemons. They're sick.
Yeah, also I like, Asiatic. I play that matchup all the time.
Oh,
so that definitely helps.
Yeah. I love that when like you run into bracket against somebody who's like plays your training partner's character or somebody you play against heaps, and then you're just like,
yeah, that's a
you're
problem we definitely have in Perth, because like our 8 top players are really consistent.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll always verse each other in the bracket.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of people have actually left now because it's just like very similar top 8 brackets every week.
Ooh. So is the Perth scene doing alright then, or is people quitting out?
It's probably in a bit of a lull at the moment.
Oof.
But like hopefully getting up there soon. We've got some stuff in the works.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know how much I can spoil, but
yeah, I think we've hinted at it.
I'm sure the people that have heard about it know, but talk of like some monthlies and some bigger tournaments coming up soon, so that's cool.
Everyone in chat, if you think you know, just absolutely go through chat and claim that you do with absolute 100% confidence, telling everybody what you think, right? And then we'll neither confirm nor deny it. But yeah, that's funny because like a lot of scenes have experienced like a huge explosion of players because of Ultimate. But you're saying that,
we had like 160 people at our monthlies at one point.
Holy we don't even have that, I don't think. Christ.
That was like January, February, like right after the game came out.
Right.
Our first few monthlies were crazy, but then it's just like, I don't think many of those people had the competitive drive.
Yeah. So
then it like went lower and lower to like 100, and then we got like 80 or so people by the end of it.
Oof.
And now we don't, since BigWin Championship, we don't really do monthlies anymore.
Jeez, that's actually super depressing. But
yeah, it's like, it's sort of another reason why I'm just focusing on YouTube now, because I don't have the time to run tournaments like I used to.
Yep.
And it's just so not monetarily like worth it.
I mean,
it's like not get paid for running tournaments or do YouTube, which I have more fun with, and it's like money.
That's, I think, like you're probably the best example of it, but I reckon like overall Australia, the scene is sort of changing because of that, especially like tournament organizers who have transitioned over from 4 are just like, I cannot keep doing this, and some of them are sticking around and running bigger and bigger tournaments, But even that's like a big change, you know? Like, it seems like the Australian scene as a whole is sort of like going through a big transition. Or still going through it from...
I know some states now, they actually like can afford to pay some of the TOs because they do get those high numbers. And I think that's really good.
That's a good step.
Should be like moving towards that ideally.
I'm just waiting until they start paying commentators. That's my go. That's
when please.
That's when I'm cheering.
I'll charge for my commentary. Famous YouTube.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
No, I just want to commentate.
Yeah.
For fun.
As soon as they start paying commentators as well, though, like that's the thing. I'm gonna start just powering up my commentary.
But I feel like, do you ever hear about like, I know HBox offers to like commentate for free, and then like get some spots that he otherwise wouldn't because then they don't need to pay him.
Yeah.
I feel like people would just do that. You know, like if Australia's best commentators want to be paid, they'll just get the second best commentators who don't care about the money.
Well, it depends, you know, because HBox is also a good commentator. But some people might not like working with him, and some people like the way he does his commentary is he's quite like, he narrates the style, and so people have to build around him. So it's like... Yeah,
I actually commentated with Hungrybox myself.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw that.
I know, I haven't. How was that?
That was for the Rumble like heavies bracket at SmashCon.
Ah, cool.
So that was actually, that was super sick. I was like more nervous than I had ever been.
How was he?
Like commentating, he was really good.
Yeah?
I feel like we meshed like pretty well.
Okay.
But like when Coney came to Perth,
I
did some commentary with Coney, and then I was like super nervous for that, but then it's on like the BigWin Championship stream.
Yeah.
And like we run it. And then like the production value when you go over to, like when I went over to SmashCon, is just next level.
Yeah. That's where I feel like we're missing a lot of the stuff. And it's like we're coming up with ideas, but that's like a huge gap that I think a lot of Australian streams need to jump. And it's rough too, because like those American streams will just get bankrolled. They'll just be like, yeah, we'll buy a cameraman, we'll buy like bunch of photographers.
They make good money. Like, have you ever clicked on a VG Bootcamp stream and watched 6 ads in a row?
Yeah.
Like, Gimmer is on that grind. He makes... And like an ad between every match on YouTube. Like YouTube pays pretty damn well.
Yeah. They're
so like they'd be getting a lot of money.
And they got like the world's audience as well. Like
and so they can just pump that back into their like production value.
Yeah.
And then like I'd almost go as far to say some of the like biggest streaming companies have like a monopoly sort of.
Yeah, I'd say that. I wouldn't say a monopoly, but like there's definitely like no point as a smaller one unless you're just like doing your local scene.
Right. But it's like a lot of smaller tournaments will get VG Bootcamp to stream theirs.
Yeah.
And then like VG Bootcamp's getting the money from that, and then they can make their production really good. And then, but it's great. It means that like more tournaments have really high production. Yeah.
Which is, you know, that's what the tournament organizers are looking for. And so we say like monopoly, but like that's always like a negative denotation. But
that was like very loosely.
Yeah, but like honestly,
don't want to get cancelled.
Even if they are a monopoly, like they're still doing good things for the scene at the moment, and like they're still running a successful business. So they're not like aggressively like punching out all the other scenes. Like they're doing good things that just raise the quality for everybody.
Yeah, there's a few different good ones like 2GG and BTS and Unrivaled and all them.
And you'll notice they all have like a style or something that they do really well.
Yeah. But like just an example, when I like got on to commentate with Hungrybox, and then like you have the headset on, and some guy's talking to me from like across the room. He's saying like, "Can you test the audio levels?" or like blah blah, and then I'm like, "Where is this coming from?" And it's a guy on the other side of the room talking through the headset to me.
The guy in the thing. That's spooky.
Yeah, like counting down when we're going live and all that sort of thing.
That's cool though. Yeah,
it is.
We need a bit more of that. And like if you watch the league streams as well, or like the other esports, like that's the final level of quality, because they'll have the same stuff where somebody's like talking to you through like the matches and stuff.
Yeah,
and be
but
like,
they get the support from the actual companies.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, don't know if we'll ever see that one, but yeah. Nah, that's good though, because you know Xbox used to Bungie 343 used to support the Halo competitions and do like the $1 million prize pool, and then the guys competing's parents doesn't even show up to the tournament. Like sometimes that artificial injection is not what you want as a business and as like an industry. So I think like what Smash has done so far has been really, really good. Anyway.
Definitely better than other stuff.
Yeah. I think we might transition to the first little speed round. The first part of the...
Yep.
Yeah. Because...
All right, I'm ready.
We've got about 3 hours, and I love doing these ones. Speed round's always the first one. So you probably saw this from... You mentioned you watched Ben Gold's podcast.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is...
I don't actually think I made it to the speed round, so you're going to have to give me the rundown here.
So you just have to answer as many questions as possible.
Okay.
Don't overthink them. Some of them are designed to trip you up to make you think for an extra second, but you just got to answer them. There's a score at the end of it, but for the life of me, I can't remember anyone else's scores, so don't take it too seriously. I'm sure Jet's got a number somewhere. But yeah, you have to turn around so you can't see them. You're not here.
Wait,
so you
turn around in my... What?
Usually the other person's here in the room, so they have to turn around and I say that. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We'll just keep it.
I was like, if I turn around, I'm not speaking into the microphone. Do you want that?
No. All right. So Jet's getting them up now for me. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to do like 17, and we'd only get someone to answer 12 of them. So we've got them all here. Jet's gonna count me down, and then
I'm way too nervous for this.
Get hype.
All right.
All right. Easiest character to climb with.
Mario.
Lamest character to play online.
Zelda.
Lowest meme potential character.
Probably like Lucina.
Favorite YouTube channel other than yours.
Slimesicle. Definitely.
State with the best meme potential.
Character with the best. DDD.
No, state. Australian state.
Oh, WA.
Best waifu on the roster.
Zero Suit.
Best husbando on the roster.
Best what, sorry?
Husbando, like the male counterpart to a wife.
Oh, Shulk. Naked.
Top or bottom? Bedbug.
Bottom.
Nipple-sized legs or leg-sized nipples?
Nipple-sized legs.
What are you dressing up for Halloween?
Wario. Sure.
Would you rather shit in your hands and throw it in the toilet, or directly shit in the sink and then force it down by any means necessary?
Shit in the sink.
1 billion lions or every single Pokemon?
Definitely 1 billion lions.
Yes! Oh my god. Alright, you're out of time. But that was 1, 2... Okay, Jet, can you count?
That's worse than I thought. Like, I had to...
You had to
I
think.
definitely chose the wrong answers on 70 to 80% of those questions.
You didn't choose the wrong answer on 1 billion lines, though. That's the most important part. Yeah.
Oh, look, we can't get too deep into this, but how many Pokemon are there?
Only like, I think there's...
It's like 700 and something.
Yeah.
Maybe cracking 800 after Alola.
Yeah.
But, do you know how many... that means they all have to take down... I think it's 1 million lions each.
Yeah.
1.5 million lions.
Yeah.
Do you think a fucking Tailo can beat 1.5 million lions?
Do you think Magikarp is splashing 1 million lions to death?
Yeah, like... Oh.
I think the rules are, like, if it's the game rules, lions have it easy. Because that's just, like, they're going to run a PP or something, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Lions are going to eventually take out every Pokemon, even if they're level 1.
I think lions win easy.
But if it's
1 billion is a big
rules,
number.
You
heard it here first.
1 million is huge. They could roar all at once and like shatter the earth. They're powerful.
Yeah, they could just like... They've eliminated 600 Pokemon at once. Any Pokemon on the ground by just doing a Stampede Lion King style.
Yes.
1 billion lions. Nothing can survive that unless it can jump like high.
Yeah, well, some Pokemon can fly, right?
Yeah, but then
they'll eventually have to land.
Oh, I don't want to get into the bloody
right.
lion ladder stuff.
All I'm going to say is...
It just takes a turn for the worst.
Lions have no problems as soon as they figure out the lion copter. As soon as they figure that out, it's no chance for the Pokemon. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway.
I mean, birds have to land eventually, right?
Yeah, right. That's it.
Checkmate.
Anyway.
So what's the usual score for how many questions?
I think it's around
How'd I do?
12. So... Oh, it's a bit
12
higher.
seems pretty good, but I did not think about like half the answers.
I think that's the point. You gotta get them out as quick as possible. I think Shadu might not have done as well, but Ben Gold got like 17 or something, as far as I remember.
Damn, that's just like not even thinking.
Yeah, that's what it was. He's pretty good at them. Yeah. But I think you lose like 5 seconds from thinking about a tough one, and that's what kills you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
when you were like Halloween costume, the only costume I own, I think, is a Wario one.
We don't even
celebrate.
celebrate.
And the crocodile.
We don't even celebrate Halloween in Australia. So I was like,
yeah, not
this
really,
is going to be a rough one. Yeah.
I don't have any plans for Halloween.
Yeah.
So like, I haven't planned anything out like that.
Yeah. I like Halloween. I've only gone once because I lived overseas, and honestly, I reckon we could have it in Australia. It's not a bad holiday. It's free candy. I missed out on it. My entire childhood is now gone. But
it's a pretty good
sweet.
one.
It's pretty sweet.
Like, except, yeah, no one really has many Halloween parties, I feel.
No, not really. Halloween goes by and there's like a footy match on, and then you just hear like the domestic violence from outside. Maybe
it's definitely more parties than like the trick or treating.
Yeah, for sure. There's only like
I don't know what neighborhood you're living in, by the way. But I don't really get that.
You don't get the domestic violence.
Not as much, I guess.
No, it must be just a Queensland thing. I don't know. What was it what's the little area that's above Brisbane that has like the highest amount of it's like
what, bogans or domestic violence?
It's got the record for the highest amount of like Centrelink receivers and the highest amount of at-home arrests, those little ankle things.
Weird flex.
Yeah,
but okay.
It's an awful flex.
Yeah,
they probably don't want me to talk about it. I've completely forgot what the place is.
People are saying it Caboolture.
That's it, Caboolture.
That sounds like a bloody Pokemon.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Caboolture.
It's
like a vulture Pokemon?
Yeah, that's it. Caboolture. It's a vulture Pokemon, but it's got an ankle tag, and it also receives Centrelink. I actually
Pokédex entry of just vulture beats their wife.
It's dark type and flying type, obviously. Yeah.
Dark fighting.
Dark fighting type. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah,
Let's
get away from this before I get cancelled.
Oh, I was gonna say that I did take a train to Caboolture once, and it was accidental. I slept on the train and I woke up, and I had the nicest person help me get back on a train on the way home.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that's nice.
I
don't know how you can fall asleep on a train though.
By
like what? Yeah. I've never been anywhere near that situation.
I probably thought the same thing until I fell asleep. I'll be real, honest. I was like,
that's true.
Stay awake, and then I fell asleep on the ground too. Nobody woke me up. I was on the ground on my school bag.
That's like, were you drinking?
No. I was in school, and everyone just left me. They were like, oh, and then the bus driver had to be like, yeah, this is the last stop. You need to get the fuck out. Damn. Awful. But then some other guy.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever been in that situation.
How is it in WA? Is it as dry and dusty as I think it is in my brain?
It's like Perth is probably less dry and dusty than the entire rest of the state.
That's sad.
But we're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like I've done a lot of country driving because my job before YouTube required me to like drive around in a truck to all these country towns.
Right.
And it's like you'll get 10 kilometers away from Perth, and then it's just like desert, wheat fields, grain, all that sort of like exactly what you'd expect.
No, man.
But Perth's pretty nice.
I was kind of hoping it's like a secret tropical paradise, but that's all right. Is it
a little bit?
Is
Perth's
it like,
pretty lush?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask because Brisbane is like split up, or the whole Brisbane scene is split up between Brisbane, Gold Coast, and Sunny Coast. Is Perth like super centralized? How's like the whole?
There's just not really enough people in the other areas to like. We have one tournament in Rockingham, which is probably like, it's like an hour from the CBD. I don't know how far away Gold Coast is from Brisbane, but
yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah, so we have that, and then outside of, but those tournaments get like 10 to 20 people.
Ooh. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit grim, and then the rest of it is like very central. Yeah.
That's like 20 shades of Smash 4 end of the road sort of numbers. 20.
Yeah.
20 people to regional. Jeez. Or monthly. But yeah, that's interesting because like I bring that up because you know, a lot of the Australians who are watching will know you as like a player and someone who's started to run the stream in Perth. But I find it interesting that you're one of the people who sort of like branched out as a YouTuber and sort of like made it past the domestic Australian market. Because that's...
I'm actually 50% of my viewers on YouTube are Americans.
Yeah. And like...
So it's like very non-domestic.
I read somewhere as well that like every American viewer is worth like 10 times any other viewer in terms of like the support that you'll be able to get and especially through streaming.
It's like... I think it's like how PewDiePie got big, because it's like if you have an audience internationally, then you get like promoted way more by YouTube. I'm not really sure why, but I definitely have like a leg up in that aspect.
Oh yeah.
Like if I get a lot of Americans watching my stuff, then YouTube promotes it way more. And because there's just heaps of people there, then...
And like even...
my growth lately's been like crazy, and I think that has something to do with it.
I think the person with off the top of my head who's Australian, who has like the biggest Australian following, is probably like Friendly Geordies as a YouTuber. And even he's like...
Oh, just like within Australia, the following?
Yeah. And like that's...
I'd probably say like Fairbairn Films, right?
I don't know them.
Oh, no, like... Oh, yeah. No, you got a good point, because he does very Australian-related stuff.
Yeah. But like even then, his numbers are like rough sometimes, you know? Like he'll only get like the 25.
I've been like binging the hell out of Friendly Geordies recently, actually.
He's not bad.
Funny that you bring him up.
He's pretty funny sometimes. I gotta give him props. But yeah, but he's someone who I think like takes a lot of the Australian domestic market and sort of like builds it up. And he will struggle in numbers, I think, in comparison. So it's like branching out.
It's like it's not a great method of growth, but it's like you have a really tight-knitted audience, so...
So do you think like you've
done
like
positives and negatives?
You've done something differently to what like other people in America have done to get the audience that you have? Because not only have you had like the difference of like where you come from and stuff, but you've also had to grow from a different audience, right? Like you've had to grow from people who were interested in your stuff from across the ocean. So do you think that you do something particularly different to other people, or?
I don't think there's that much of a market for like what I do.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's like back when Ultimate first came out, no one was making like that many commentary videos. And then like I was doing the montage thing, and then there was just this huge like untapped market. Like Alfred does his commentary stuff, but he's a little more casual. Yeah. And then there was like one other guy, like Quack is another YouTuber who did the commentary thing.
Shout outs to Quack.
And then shout outs. And I've done a few videos with him as well. But then it's like, apart from that, I just think there's not many people doing it. Have you seen Popper One like doing a few things like that recently too? And he's been getting really great numbers.
Yeah, his stuff is like super good for understanding the game. Yeah. But I see what you're
like
saying.
Also just his commentary videos. Like, I feel like when Ultimate first came out, people wanted a lot of that sort of thing.
Yeah, they wanted more content.
And there wasn't that much content.
Yeah.
And I prefer making those videos way more to like the OP videos.
Yeah. Well, why do you think that is? Is it just...
It's like... Well, for one, playing the OP videos, I need to like grind online heaps. Yeah. And like look for clips. And then... So that'll take me like 30, 40 hours like by itself. Yeah. That might be an overstatement. And then, like, I feel really creatively burnt out when editing the montage. Yeah. Because I'll have this, like, say I'll have a really good clip with a character. And then, like, I'll try to think of a joke or something to add. And then if it doesn't come to me straight away, then, like, I just sort of have to force something, and I hate doing that. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, if I do a commentary video... I think of like there's way more situations that you can sort of add in like a little funny edit, plus I can like make jokes through speaking like that, and then also YouTube favors it heaps as well. Yeah, so.
It comes off a lot more natural, which I think it goes into the second part.
Like I get so creatively burnt out when I do like an OP montage.
Where you've also built up a bit of a community following as well, not just a following of people who just like watching your stuff, but people who are like into your personality and people who are into like the stuff that you do. Which is different.
Like from my Twitter and my...
Yeah, exactly.
Like I got 10,000 Twitter followers since going to America, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Not too bad.
So I was on like 5K before that, and then I went away, and then started doing more stuff with my personality, I guess.
Yeah, and that's sort of you're punching your way into like the levels of like personalities out there in the game. Do you think you'll ever? I've looked up. Do you stream at all?
Oh, I have a couple times.
Like personal
but
stream?
In general, I feel like I can make much better content through not streaming.
Yeah.
Because I think like one of my main good things in the videos is like the editing.
Yes.
And how it all ties together and that sort of stuff.
So you never really think about it, or?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah,
but it just doesn't seem worthwhile.
Okay.
And I don't think it's as good.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I was just thinking because now that you have that community, like it seems like that's what a lot of the big personalities also do. Like people who have done a lot of work.
I like the hell condensed content.
Yeah. Okay. I
like cutting out the highlights and putting it all in one thing.
I was gonna say that's one of my favorite parts about because I did watch a lot of your videos. Is that like when I watch Zero's videos, sometimes it'll feel like he's just forcing something to happen for 10 minutes. Like just talking about something absolutely random and just saying the same thing over and over and over again, just so he can make the video for the day. Not trying to throw shade, but like he obviously set himself like a really difficult, like gotta do a video every single day, and it's gonna be about something that's interesting.
Yeah, he is like on the freaking grind.
Yeah, ultimate grind.
I personally just like don't like stream highlights.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, that's not completely true because like I love Nairo's stream highlights.
Yeah.
It's just like it needs to have a theme to the video.
Yes.
And like I find like Zero's video will be like actually I don't want to throw any shade.
No.
Like
okay,
that.
you don't have to. The point.
But as long as there's like a storyline and it's like
yeah,
this is just my personal preference. So like when I make a video, it's like I want to talk about the gameplay instead of like reacting to a random Twitch chat.
Yeah.
So I want it to be focused around like that idea.
Yeah, 100%. That's the point where I was gonna make. Where I was like, it seems like the way that you make videos, there is that theme behind it, and it's also like the way that you do editing is that there is that like shade of quality that is you throughout the whole thing, which I think is really interesting. If I had to put something about why you've gotten some success from my perspective, it would be that little niche that you've got, where you've got the commentary, but you've also got the editing skills, and then you've also got that like focus on what you want to do in your videos.
Damn, this is a good dick sucking podcast.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I'm digging the compliments. Thank you. No, thank you.
The running gag is that I live in Jet's dungeon, and I got to suck his dick on the daily to get out for fresh air. So that's all part of the game for me.
I need to get some like editors in a dungeon.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the next thing I want to do is get people to help me with editing, but I also think it's like an impossible thing to do.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
I
is
put
that?
like so much of myself in the editing.
Right. Yeah.
And like a bunch of YouTubers say the same thing.
Yeah.
But then it's also I got to cut out the parts where I rage. Cuz fuck online sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes
I don't mind losing in like a funny way.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just verse like some shit ass Pelutena that nares you for 4 minutes and like ledge traps you with jab and then it's just like it's not entertaining.
And you're just like, what
and
a
I
waste of
lose.
my time.
And then that gets cut out real quick.
Yeah.
And then I can't have an editor going through and seeing me play that match.
Yeah, in some ways, I definitely agree. Because, you see those, like, the big Twitch personalities, they'll have, like, a YouTube, but they'll have somebody else do the editing, but they don't, like, put any of their own
I feel like
flavor.
that's a big mistake.
Really?
Sometimes.
Because I reckon, like, if they don't care, then they just say, hey, YouTuber, you just do whatever you want to do. Like, the YouTuber puts all of their personality in. You know?
Sometimes it's like the editor's probably heaps underpaid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because they add in like a bunch of edits that actually makes the video like good.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how much some of the editors get paid, but they put a lot of their like personality into it, and then it's like they just don't have the figurehead of being Hungrybox or Nairo or anyone like that to attach it to.
And like,
but then having a good editor is like hell important for those sorts of channels.
Yeah, and then they'll go off and like they'll have the experience, but then they're still in the same industry where it's like, oh, you don't have to pay your editor very much at all.
Like PewDiePie's editors are fantastic.
Yeah. But he probably like gives them a good deal. He's probably making enough to give them a good deal.
He can probably afford to pay them, a bit.
Yeah. But I think also percentage deals are also nice. You can be like, all right, you can get 50% of the YouTube profits. But as a YouTuber, like you're saying, it's really tough because not only is that your money, but it's also like the majority of what you do anyways. Right? You're not doing the stream on the side and getting donations and subscribers and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's all YouTube ad revenue. I did one sponsored video recently.
Oh yeah.
And I'm planning to maybe get into doing a few more of those.
Yeah.
I like doing challenges where I give away money.
Oh yeah.
And then like getting a sponsor for that.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
So that's what I want to do in the future.
Yeah, giveaways is probably one of the best sponsorships that you could get in terms of what kind of deal you're going to get. Yeah.
What is? Sorry?
Giveaways. Where you get like the money and then you do something with it for the viewers.
Yeah.
But
like just to afford to do fun challenges, like I've been doing ones like you beat my character, you win like X hundred amount of dollars.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty sick. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that more.
But you plan anything else that's pretty big for your channel? Can we get any inside scoops?
Well, the next one of those challenges that should be hilarious is gonna be I play Steve Irwin, me brawler, and then I get all these fans from my Discord. They all have to play Kinka rule, and the first and like anyone that beats me wins like $200-$300 or something.
Oh, that's too good. Oh.
And then it's like take down the crocodile hunter.
Yeah, you've got the meta matchup though. You can't lose. Someone's gonna go as a Stingray. Stingray, me brawler.
I made a joke like that in one of my latest videos. Dude, the one I did with Poppet. I don't know if you watched that one.
No, I haven't.
But that was fun. Me and Poppet actually recorded a video together.
Whoa.
And then he was playing against my K-Roll and he said like, oh, I'm Steve and I'll take down the crocodile. And then I killed him and I was like, I called that one the Stingray.
Oh.
And a bit too soon.
Yeah, it's always too
Stingray
soon with Steve. Oh, God. Yeah, we all miss him. Nah, it's good though. People saying Stingray me sword fighter in the chat.
Oh, that's a big oof.
So you looking to do more?
Has it been like 10 or 15 years since that?
Oh God, don't say that. I feel really old if it's true. I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, it's not too important anyway.
Yeah, I can look at Jet. No, he's not gonna look it up. Yeah. Oh, maybe he is looking it up. No,
13.
13.
Unlucky for some. Definitely unlucky for Steve. Okay.
Definitely not lucky for Steve. That's pretty bad.
Damn.
Nah. I think...
So you know how you were asking earlier if Steve was getting into Smash?
Yeah.
I know one Steve that's going to be getting into Smash.
I was going to say not getting into Smash. He's already a brawler, I guess. Yeah, true.
I'm going to put him in as the brawler. So I think that's a funny idea.
I was going to say he's not getting in. He's dead.
Thing is, I don't have that many big things in the works because I'm so bad at scheduling and like having a work ethic. So I will record a video, edit that video and upload it that night.
Yeah.
And not have any plans for like my next video until like the next day or the day after.
Maybe that's part of the magic though. Maybe that's the spontaneity that gets you your creativity.
Yeah, I've done one time where I like had heaps of videos backed up. So it was before I went to America.
Right.
I worked my ass off like 10 days in a row, edited all these videos because I was going to be away for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
and I had it set so I had a video uploaded every 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I get on the flight to go to Vegas. Hero gets released when I'm on the plane on a 15-hour flight.
All right.
And like being a YouTuber, I want to be there frame one fucking playing Hero online. And just
video.
Get a ton of free views.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't.
Did you?
I had all these videos scheduled and everyone was like, why isn't Hero on the character select screen? And I'm like, because I made this video 2 fucking weeks ago. And they decided to drop the patch right as I went out of the country.
Did you think about like doing the video while you're over in the US or?
I actually did. I made like 3 Hero videos in my hotel room.
It's just like, please God, you need this.
And I can tell you it was definitely worth it because like, you always see a spike of growth at like every patch.
Yeah.
Same with the, like, I try to work my ass off because that's really good for getting like new people that Because everyone's searching for a banjo video, and like people that might not watch your content usually will watch it just because it's banjo.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how you get the people from outside
That's
your
how you
traditional.
get that growth.
Yeah, the grow. So you're gonna
And
do the
Sans as well recently.
Oh God, Sans. I'm so upset that he actually didn't make a real character. I'm a huge fan of
I think it's like we have to be happy with what we get though.
It's pretty accurate though, eh? I was gonna say that me
If only it wasn't Gunner.
Yeah.
If it was Brawler, I would love it.
You're just gonna have to go with the head.
Yeah, you have to put the head on and wear some bloody maid outfit or dress.
I wonder how Sakurai thinks of that, eh? Because he's probably like, or just the dev team are looking at the sales numbers, and I guarantee like Sans has just absolutely blown their expectations. They've gone, holy shit, this guy is selling like millions. Like how is it? How is it?
They probably get
happened?
like one fucking intern as well.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you make a Sans head model?
He's like,
And then like
oh,
unpaid
shit.
intern or something, because it doesn't seem like that tough a job. And then they're like, yeah, we'll slap $1 on that, and then they get like 5 million sales.
Yeah, and then the intern walks
like,
in.
Probably way more.
And everyone's like, yeah, great job. Yeah, he got a job. That intern's employed now. Nintendo.
Yeah. But they could do that with so many characters.
Yeah.
They definitely don't milk it. And custom skins, that's something I've wanted for ages. Like, let me pay $5 to play as Funky Kong.
Ooh.
They would take my money so fast if they added custom skins like that.
Or extra skins on certain characters.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
I thought you
Funky
meant like
Kong,
you made
Donkey
Funky
Kong
Kong
skin. You
yourself,
could
and I
have-
was like, nah, I'm not.
you could have so many things.
Yeah, and they did that
I'm
in
mind blanking. But like the bandana D and all that sort of thing. If you don't want to make them
Yep.
characters, make them like a costume.
Yeah, and like there's heaps of people always complain like there's missing skins from the characters when they come out, right? Like people are like, this they could have done like.
I don't know what skins like are missing from Banjo, but anything would have been better than the purple Gruntilda piece of shit.
I don't know. I like the purple ones. Purple, pink are always
That
big.
Banjo skin hurts my eyes.
Oh, okay. I'll stop then. But yeah, no.
No, I'm a purple and pink fan as well.
Yeah, I like the pink Donkey Kong though. He just looks like he smells nice. Like he's taking really good
Funky
care.
Kong does.
No. DK. Pink
Oh,
DK?
it
Yeah.
smells nice.
Yeah.
It's an interesting take. I'd love to hear more about it.
Well, you know.
Why?
He's got the pink, so he's obviously gone to like some sort of gorilla barber, you know, and like had it dyed or
Yeah,
something
right.
and looked after. So he's got the professional, and also pink. I think cotton candy, and cotton candy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
find most people with pink hair are like the famous streamers or the influencers.
Yeah, I don't know about them.
You don't see
smelling
many
nice.
random people.
But I imagine I lick Donkey Kong. He also would taste nice, but he's a gorilla, so maybe
cotton candy.
he's just like sweaty, and I've made a terrible mistake, and he smells like rotten bananas, and it's all just gone downhill. But I imagine in my perfect world, Donkey Kong gives me a hug, and I go, "Ooh, he's got some nice perfume on." I don't know about you, but that's where I'm at.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I get a lot of people that don't like the pink DK skin, but I've stuck with it forever now.
It's sick. And you know, like I was gonna say as well, Rivals of Aether do custom skins, or yeah, like what you were describing, where like they get
The modding?
extra.
Or the
No,
the
no.
extra skins.
Yeah, you can pay for extra ones, and they're really sick. I played Rivals the other day. It was pretty nice.
I think they could earn so much money off that.
Yeah,
And,
Nintendo
like-
business decisions are always like that though. Eh? It's like, why not? I remember when they made Amiibos, they like sold out immediately, and we're like, oh, we didn't
they
expect
make
this
a
to be this big.
shitload from that.
Yeah.
I bought a Kinka Rule amiibo and its eyes are like separated apart. Like they're looking either way.
Looking in two different directions.
And you compare it to the box art where he's looking in one direction and he looks like opposite cross-eyed. Like I don't want to say anything about this K Rule, but if he parked in a disabled spot, I probably wouldn't question it.
King K fucked up. King K.
And then except I spray painted it pink anyway.
Oh, okay.
So you can't even
tell.
I'm
he's looking the
gonna
other way.
absolutely tilt the hell out of anyone that likes amiibos. the start of my video is like a 5-second bit where I just rip it out of the box and spray paint it in the most shit like job possible.
I was gonna say, like, what are you spray painting it for? Are you doing a bit for you? Just the 5 seconds at the start of a video, just be like, watch this.
Because it's I play pink K. Rool.
Oh right.
So I thought it would be funny to paint it pink.
No, it's definitely
But then
true.
it's just like a really crap job.
Yeah.
And that's the joke.
I was hoping that you'd burn.
But then people that actually like, because I don't care about how it looks personally.
Yeah.
But then like just the fact that I get this amiibo and immediately ruin it, I feel like I'm gonna get a couple angry comments about that.
Yeah, there's always angry people out there, though, eh? They're angry about every little thing. That's probably
surprisingly,
super
I don't
rough.
get that many angry comments, which I'm very thankful for.
Really?
At the time, yeah,
I haven't
get,
seen
like,
any,
the occasional
but-
one, but I'm pretty good at ignoring most of it. But it's just I don't get that many that are like really hateful.
Well, look, if you're missing out, I can go through some of your videos if you want. Just leave some
Oh,
generic...
feel free.
Yeah, okay.
I need to be knocked down a few pegs. You know, the ego's getting too big.
Says that in your Twitter bio.
With the YouTube channel doing better. Yeah.
Yeah, it says ego...
The ego's bigger than my eyebrows.
Not many people actually know probably what you look like in real life, though, eh? Most people probably imagine you as the bird.
I get like a lot more recently because I've been using my face in videos more.
Ah, righto.
So like a lot of people are like, wow, I didn't even know
That you were a
what you
human
looked
being.
like.
That you existed in real life outside of...
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, you don't look at all how I imagined from your voice. Those comments are weird to me.
It's like, how did you imagine I was going to look?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You get some creepy comments as well.
Or like people who want to have sex with you, or...
A little bit. But it's like, there's such a large audience that you're going to get a couple people like...
Yeah.
No matter what, I could look like a pile of dog shit and there'd be one person in the comments
I
like,
want to fuck you.
ooh, yeah, like...
Someone
fucking
crawled
get
out
me
from
in
the
there.
sewer and found their way to a laptop.
Someone private messaged me on Facebook saying that I had a nice ass. Like, I don't know this person, but I made a video where we, like, smacked each other with a baseball bat for a home run contest.
Right.
And then I'm guessing that's where they've, like, seen it and messaged me, and I'm like, you do you, buddy.
That's so
Like, it's so weird.
That's impressive.
But there's just so many people. You're going to get one fucking creep that does that. I haven't got any dick pics yet, though.
Oh, you're
Fingers
missing
crossed.
out. Dick pics is where it's at.
Come on, guys, lift your game.
Yeah. No, we do not encourage that at
Yeah,
all.
no, actually,
Jesus Christ.
I might need to take that back.
Let us know if you get any. I'll take full responsibility. You can just forward them onto me. Oh no. I'll use it for
You'd like that,
something.
wouldn't you?
Anyway, we've got another half hour, so we'll go on to the next segment that we've thought up. I'm not sure
Yep.
if it's Gannon's
Let's do
Advocate
it.
or... Oh, yeah, we can take a quick break as well, if you'd like. At any point, you can just...
I'm good.
All right, we'll go on to the next one.
If you want to break, I'll be happy to, but I'm good to go still.
I think we'll wait to the next one, because then we're, like, right bang in the middle.
Sure.
And then I can get a nice full glass of water. But then
Very nice.
we've got... What's the next segment? Is it Explain This Image? It's Gannon's Advocate. Right. Okay. So, there are 3 topics for people... I've already explained this to you, but for people listening. 3 topics that Little Z is going to have to argue for. The first one's something he's probably agrees with. The second one is something, he might be on the fence about. And the third one is something he definitely doesn't agree with at all. So we're just going to have to see how he feels about them. Sometimes I get this wrong. Sometimes people are just like, they've already like, actually, I think the other thing. So this is easy. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm looking forward to what you think I will argue against.
Yeah, because we didn't know each other. So I had
What
to
I have
think
to play Gannon's Advocate for.
pretty hard. I was like, man, what does he even think at all? What is inside his noggin? But I think I got a
Have to
decent
go
idea.
deep inside the mind of Little Z. Ask Poppet. He does the mind of videos.
The mind. That's right. I could have sent him a DM, being like, "Hey,
I told him he should make the mind of Little Z and make it like something he'll cringe, like styling or disrespecting your opponents or just... And I was like, that'd get some views, I reckon.
yeah, I reckon that's a good idea."
He was not a fan.
Oof, all right.
I'll tell you that.
Well, he'll obviously see this and then change his mind. But before then, we'll go into the first topic. There is a
Alright.
wealth of untapped talent for video game entertainment in Australia.
As in, like, entertainment on YouTube or just in general?
So there's a wealth of people in Australia who could create YouTube content. There's a wealth of them. Maybe they're not there at the moment, but they exist. So this is almost like
definitely.
a
Do you want me to just argue?
Yeah, go. As soon as you gotta, yeah.
Am I against you in this?
No, I'm gonna try and just ask you questions about it, but you're just gonna argue for it. Yeah.
Yep.
So, you reckon that in a country of like 1/16 or something of the US, we have a bunch of people here who are actually still going to be good at making content and doing their stuff? Do you think there's a bunch of entertaining people here?
Yeah, definitely. So the thing is, I think a lot of people could make really entertaining content, but there's like a couple of problems with it, especially Australians, because like everyone in Australia is like pretty self-deprecating and like easygoing and pretty funny, I think.
Yeah.
Probably like the average person's more funny than like America. Don't know if that's a hot take, but I think the main problem is like you have to sink so much time to see success on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like YouTube especially, and other entertainment industries, it's like all luck.
Yeah, you got to put in the
YouTube, it's like
grind.
a bunch of luck and time sink.
And then
And people
eventually
that
blow up.
aren't making money off the entertainment yet, they can't put that much time into it.
So
It's like, how do these people break out?
Do you feel like maybe you've got like a different perspective though because you're an Australian? Like, do you might think that maybe these guys are entertaining because you're part of like the culture? Do you think that they can transition into like an American audience and like start working with American market?
Yeah, I think people like a lot of Americans find Australians like really entertaining. But then I just think the average person probably has a lot of potential to make videos. Like, I don't think I'm too special. You know, like I did a lot of video editing when I was younger. I feel like I've got a pretty good sense of humor, and it's like 5 years ago I got lucky and one of my videos got big, and then I just grew from there.
That's actually pretty humble of you. I was surprised. So you think like most people would have...
I think there's a lot of people that would have the ability to create like really good videos. It's just they need the time and like the experience, but a lot of people can't put that in at all.
So like people like Puppet...
Puppet's like a really good example, actually.
Yeah.
Because he's just like a top player. And then like I find his commentaries hilarious. And it's not like... He's done like a bit of Minecraft videos in the past. And then like he's got the time to put into it because he doesn't have a job except for Smash.
Lucky top players. But
so then it's the hardest part is getting into it.
Yeah.
But I think there is like heaps of untapped talent.
I was gonna say then, like if you're giving advice to people who are thinking about it and sort of like working on their own content and sort of like dabbling in YouTube and maybe even Twitch, like your advice is to just like keep grinding at it because it's a chance thing. You're eventually gonna find something where like you can blow up, but you have to keep working at it, and like you probably do have the talent in Australia.
Yeah, with YouTube, it's like you need to be grinding at it, but you need to be grinding well. Because if you're not doing good titles and thumbnails, you're never gonna get big.
Rough.
So like a lot of it is the YouTube algorithm. Unless you're making like, if no one clicks on the video, you're never gonna get views, despite how good the video is.
Yeah.
So like that's one of the main things for like new people.
And then eventually...
In terms of other industries, I guess I don't know too much about it.
I think for not Twitch, like that's obviously not the same, but like for other
Twitch is like way more about the personality, I guess.
Yeah, for platforms I think
there's no like algorithm, it's just
it's whoever's getting the most viewers.
I was
gonna say,
but it's also like way more of a grind thing.
For other platforms,
like the same thing that time sync.
We're really only talking about Twitch though, eh? Like, there's not many other platforms that people can sort of get big. There's Twitter and Instagram a bit, but they're not like where video game consumers are going. It's mostly YouTube.
Yeah, I mean Twitter, you have the occasional tweet that just like gets huge, but do you ever actually follow anyone that you see do that?
No, right? Yeah.
It's like, I don't really be like, oh, I want to stick around for more. I don't think they're great platforms to try and
get big
become like an actual entertainer.
Yeah.
Maybe like an influencer on Instagram.
And then you can still make stuff out of that, but even then, like, what are you with your Smash content? Like, or if you're just an entertainer in general, like, what are you're getting out of it?
Yeah, I think it's mainly that like luck thing.
Mm.
Like a lot of people have the potential, but then turning that into results is like incredibly hard.
I mean, it's a luck thing, but also like the more you work at it, then the higher chances you're giving yourself, right? Like,
Yeah.
you do all the little things, and then it's up to the YouTube gods, you know?
Yeah, of course it still like requires some skill and like effort.
Yeah. Effort's the big thing.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are just really funny and could make good videos if they had like the time and the resources.
All right, you heard everyone's going to go home and like make their YouTube channel now. They're already working on it. We'll see them. No,
seriously, like if it's anything like I like did a video with Jordan and like gave him a bit of a shout out, and then his Mind of video got so many views.
Yeah.
And like because people went from the video we did, they went to his Mind of video, and because he's like really made that video really good, he's been growing like crazy recently.
Yeah, so
and he like before that he didn't think he could really like do YouTube. He's like he can almost do YouTube as his full-time job.
Really? Wow.
I think so.
That's pretty good. You say that as in like not just the views, but also like his content. Like he can keep it up, right?
Yeah.
Like he's got the magic.
I hope so.
You hope so.
I'm rooting for my boy.
Let's just assume that he does. I think.
But that's a good example. Like as soon as he got discovered, people are like, "Wow, this content's really good."
Yeah, I agree.
And he's just like me. Neither of us are like that special in real life.
I joke
just, like,
about
put
it.
in the time to learn the like stuff.
But I do think like
do what we think is funny.
If a lot of like the people who have that entertainment value go home and like start putting more effort into their videos today, like out of if there was say 100. Like at least like 2 or 3 of them are gonna start blowing up after a while if they continue putting in their work, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like I joke about it, but at the same time, it's very real that like you gotta keep working at it, and eventually it'll click. Anyway, that was the first topic. Something you hopefully believed in quite a lot. Hopefully I got that one right.
I did agree with it a lot.
Yeah, nice. And the second one is something that you might not agree with. I think this is something you don't agree with at all, really. But we couldn't think of a middle thing, so this is something that we added in. It's Alpharad's How to Play 101 series is better than your blank his OP series. And then I put a...
Okay, the first thing I need to ask is, do you mean the How to Plays that he's made in Ultimate, or the ones he made back in Smash 4?
Ooh, alright, let's classify it for Ultimate.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of his Ultimate ones, but I want to get your opinion on it. Do you think
so wait, what am I arguing?
I'm arguing
that they're better?
That they are better.
Yeah. Well, the How to Play videos that he's made in Ultimate, it's like a lot of voice jokes as well.
Yeah.
And I think you can actually add heaps to like jokes in a video by doing the like commentary based jokes along with the editing.
Yeah.
Like my montages is just, it's music and edits. Adding in the third element of like commentary, you can add in so many more jokes. You can make the video go for longer.
Because once as well, if you've like built in like that trust with your audience where like they're consistently enjoying your commentary, you're like, I can put this in. It's going to work out well. Yeah.
Alfred's commentary is like consistently phenomenal.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah. So do you think he stepped it up since Smash 4 then? Like with the commentary, he sort of like leveled up.
I think it's just a constant improvement. Like I go back and look at my commentary videos from 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like cringing hard, even 1 month ago.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah. And then I can see like the improvement. And then he's been doing it for 4 years. So like his commentary is top notch in the How to Play 101 videos.
Yeah.
He also has like the same sort of edited montage style as my ones. Right. So I think it's just like a direct upgrade in that sense. It's like he can add a lot with his commentary jokes.
It's weird though, right? Because like you don't realize that you've made those improvements until you start to go back. Because sometimes I'll remember like a video of someone's classics and I'll be like, oh, that was so good back in the day. And then I go watch it and I go, man, this was garbage. Like the steps that they've made to improve is actually ridiculous. But you reckon like the last 4 months yours have even stepped up? Because that's a short amount of time.
Yeah, just like the commentaries in the video I do.
Wow.
So I'm just saying like with that much experience in like what Alfred does.
Yeah.
I really like how he frames it in like a storyline as well.
Yeah.
So in his How to Play 101s, like, he's actually like, obviously it's like sarcastic and ironic and like framed as a joke, but he's like sort of talking about how to play the character.
Yeah.
Whereas my OP videos, it's clips and it's funny memes. So that's it. So it's less of like a story.
So you think you're going to put more of some commentary in and some story in as well, now that you've seen that, or do you reckon you'll stick
I
with
want
what
to
you
keep my OP videos as what they are now.
Yeah.
But I think I think the How to Play 101 and OP are like really different in terms of Ultimate.
Fair calls. Yeah, no.
Back in Smash 4, they were like very similar, and I definitely copied a lot of not copied, but like I was heavily inspired by Alfred's videos.
Yeah.
And then like I think now my style is like way more unique.
I think people they get copying and being inspired confused all the time as well. Like when I do commentary, I'll listen to other people's commentary and I'll like take some stuff that they do, but it's because I'm like, that is so good. And when you take all of the stuff that you like from other people, like of course you're going to do that. Like no one's ever going to come up with like the straight most original idea ever, but like people are going to take what they like about other things constantly. But when you take enough from enough sources, it eventually becomes your own. So
yeah,
I think people
I really like that.
Yeah.
It's a good way of putting it.
But
yeah, I love listening to like top commentary, and then it's just like you said, like you get a phrase here or there.
Yeah.
And like I watch a lot of other Smash YouTubers.
Yeah.
And like I'm probably not consciously like listening to every word they say, but then like one phrase here or there, like if you watch what you enjoy and then work it into your own commentary style.
Yeah, exactly. And like I think it also gives you different perspective on things, right? Like I'll watch like traditional fighting game commentators. One of my favorite commentators is Aris, like at Avoiding the Puddle. And he'll say things like, you know, when someone gets the knockdown, like what's for breakfast? And you know, he might not have come up with that, but it's something like, what's the wake up? Like what are they going to do when they come up? What's for breakfast? What are they going to do? And like I'm like, oh, what can I do that's that in Smash? Like how can I translate that over? And so when someone gets to the ledge, I'm like, okay, what's the setup? Because not only is it a good way of like thinking about it that's entertaining, like what's for breakfast, but it's also like a good way of framing the different segments of the game. So I think it's totally fair to look at other people's stuff and sort of see what you like and you don't like. Anyway, we got the third topic.
All right.
And this one
which
is
I'll heavily disagree with, apparently.
Yeah, I hope so. If you don't, you know, no harm, no foul. Just let me know if you agree with it. Stream runner / organizer is an overrated job and not that difficult.
Okay.
So do you agree with that?
It's true. I mean, what do? You just plonk a computer on the ground, press fucking start streaming, and go to sleep for 8 hours.
That's it. No problems ever happen, right, during a stream? And if they do, like...
I mean, and people talk about, like, designing stream overlays and stuff, but clearly that doesn't require that much effort, because we all saw Expand Gong. I mean...
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think I've made a couple of things in MS Paint. I could probably do a stream overlay like that.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
it doesn't need to be good.
Right, yeah. As long as I know where, like, the color fill button is, I could probably make one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I rock up on the day and I say to someone, hey, can you run the stream? Give them a 2-minute, like, guide on how to use it.
Yeah.
Especially since using Streameta.
Yeah.
Like, we could get monkeys on typewriters to run the stream with Streameta.
Yeah. It's not fair anymore now that we've got Streameta.
Like, what does the organizer do? They plug in their computer.
And then they make the challenge account. There's no struggles at all.
What do you mean overrated job as well?
Oh, like, a lot of people will give them, like, particularly me, big dick sucks, you know, because... They put in a lot of work and we're like, thank you, tournament organizers. But they obviously...
Yeah, I know the first thing that happens when we run a monthly is people look past Jackson and they say, holy shit, Little Z. They should just call it Little Z Championships. Because you know, that's the first thing people say when the monthly ends. It's not thanks for the tournament, BigWin Beer. It's holy shit, can this tall guy get out of the way so I can thank the handsome bearded stream runner?
Because he's done everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously
So
you don't believe this
go.
much at all, do you?
Sorry?
You don't believe this much at all, do you? That stream runners actually are overrated and under.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, because especially like, you had to build a lot up when you were in Perth, right? Like you had to before Tournameta, had to do a lot of work. And I remember like watching the streams and
not so much like Tournameta. Really streamlines it. Get it? Stream? Anyway, it really streamlines the process.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I feel like the main thing is the time you put in behind the scenes, like thumbnails. I don't do that anymore because that's like effort. Stream overlays. I made so many custom player profiles for BigWin Championships 1.
Yikes.
And then I look back and I'm like, who gives a shit?
Right? But it's the little things though at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's like I got compliments for that, but the amount of time I sank into it.
Was it worth?
I mean, at the time I didn't really have a job and I wasn't working on YouTube.
So it was just
yeah. I had time to put into it. As soon as I started doing more work on YouTube, I'm like, no, I'm never running stream again because it's so much work behind the scenes.
I remember as well, like when I watched the Perth streams and at BigWin or anything like that, something would go slightly wrong, and then the commentary would just like stop and they'd be looking around and they're just like, "Can someone get little Z?" Like, like
yeah.
And I remember it was the same with.
There were definitely a lot of problems that were very easily solved, but it's like I'd be playing my round 1 match.
Yeah.
And then like the stream just shits the bed for 5 minutes until I'm done.
Yeah. It was the same with it would have been the same actually with Tournameta for a while when it was back at Jet Smash. But Jet was always like nearby. And I remember like Pudge used to ask me, he'd be like, "Hey, how do you like what do you reckon like somebody needs for a good streamer?" Because we were talking about Jet and he was just like, "I need a Jet in Melbourne." I'm like, Jet doesn't play the games. Like at the time he wasn't into.
That's a good way of doing it.
That's probably the biggest boon, that he can always be there and just like make sure there's quality and chop the streams up and all that.
Doesn't have a job that was my reason. That's a good one too.
That's a classic.
Or just if you really like the community.
I would 100% do commentary as my full-time job if it was real. But
yeah, I love YouTube being full-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's not many people that wouldn't.
Well, I don't know. I would personally, I like the idea of it, but I wouldn't want to do the editing. I think there's a lot more work in it. It
gets a bit tedious because I probably spend like 6 hours editing videos.
And sometimes like you'll make a video that you think is hot shit and then people just won't like it and then I'll be like crushed, you know?
Yeah.
That's what
that happens. You just got to learn from the title and thumbnail. Like that's usually what happens is the problem.
So on one half, I reckon YouTube's pretty sweet, but on the other half, I reckon it might be a bit rough. And also, you might not get the best community. I agree with that. You might get a bunch of people who are just like, they're fans of you, but they're not nice, or they're not like, you know, real fans or whatever. So I think it's, you know, possibly.
Yeah, true.
Possibly.
Definitely better than like stream running.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. Yeah. I think the whole idea with stream is like the chat can just abuse you the whole time and you just got to put up with it, especially if you're doing
I actually really like when something goes a little bit wrong. We have a lot of like grassroots vibes at like BigWin Championship when it just like something goes horribly wrong and then it like becomes even funnier. Like, you know when we pointed the camera at Lowe's and it's a dance cam? That was a complete accident.
Oh, that's like one of the best
there was
moments.
No communication. Mitch didn't know I was going to dance cam, and I thought Mitch was pointing it at Phil.
Oh,
so I swapped to dance cam, and it was on Atlo's, and then that just became such a funny moment instead.
Yeah, true. Look, that's pretty. That's one of the best moments in all of Oz Smash. That's like one of the best historical moments. We need more of those. You're right. I want to get it.
So I don't mind stuff going wrong in that way as long as it's like a little bit funny. I think it's a good vibe.
Yeah, that's true. Like 2GG sometimes has like production fuck ups and everyone's just like that's hilarious.
Even at like Thunder Smash when they had the terrible overlay and just like created some funny moments. Even though that was like meant to be hell esports.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But the thing is, no one really appreciates the. You don't know what you got till it's gone. You know.
Yeah,
Stream
exactly.
runner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be doing any stream anymore, and then it's like, we don't have stream at most of our weeklies. We've just started to get it now, which is good. Apollo's been running a stream. Fabio been doing it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's sort of like, without the experience, you're like building it up from the ground up now.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly it all falls to shit, you know?
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna sound. I don't want to sound like a huge ego douchebag, but like
No,
the
go for
BigWin
it.
Smash stream sort of just doesn't exist without me because it's all on my computer is the main part.
No, it's definitely true. I remember when Couch Warriors came through and they had like the Couch Warriors, they bought the front page, and like that's supposed to give us extra viewers and stuff. But Jet was like the stream master, and when they didn't want to use Jet for a bit, it's just like you could tell there was like a separation in quality, you know, and it's crazy how like I said, how quickly it can fall to shit. Luckily enough, they had people who were like, yeah, we're gonna run the Couch Warriors stream. But if it was like nobody,
That's good.
it'd be dead. It'd be dead.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes it doesn't exist. So people might say like, oh, it's overrated, and then the stream runner stops doing it, and then it's like, well, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it?
Yeah, and then it's like, oh shit, who's gonna do it? That's the crazy. Even in Melbourne, right? Like one of the biggest Smash scenes in all of Australia, they didn't have like consistent VODs for the longest time. I'm not even sure if they still. I think they do now, but for ages it was
Probably
just like,
not. Melbourne stream sucks.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, right? They don't have that stream person, even though they should be the best quality streams because they've also got like the best quality players, right? Like, where is it? Where's
Yeah.
that same
And-
quality?
The thing that pisses me off is like Expand Gong getting VG Bootcamp,
Yeah, but then
and then like
having
just
that overlay.
not, and just like didn't run too well.
I
I don't want to shit all over
No.
Expand Gong, but like, if like BigWin Championship could somehow get VG Bootcamp, that'd just be like next level.
And I think that like
Or like any Jet Smash stream, like the ones that are consistently running well.
Expand Gong have also said that like the next time that they run it, they're really stepping it up. They're bringing it big, and they were pretty good with like the way that they took criticism as well. They would sort of understood that like what their weak points were. So respect to them for doing that. But that does also mean we get to joke about how
I think they need
shitty
more
their
experience.
Green overlay was.
They just need to get someone that is already good at running a stream to get it set up in advance and pay them.
Yeah. I think money's
Like how Jet's side stream is usually better than the main stream at events.
that's the unwritten truth that we've always got to accept. I remember
It's the
at one
fucking BAM
point,
experience.
Yeah,
Like
when he
Jet's off
went
to the
to
side with a
BAM.
laptop running a stream that's 3 times as good as the main stage.
he got more viewers at one point. I remember that was funny. Yeah, no, but I think we've come a long way, and what it's really going to take, I think, and this is just my perspective. You can disagree with me on this. Is that it's going to take some more money. Like people are going to have to pay stream runners, and people are going to have to start like, I don't know about paying tournament organizers because they're sort of the ones who are
I think
dividing the funds. But
you
like,
should. The problem is like, where's the money come from?
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
But like,
big tournaments like
yeah,
EG,
as soon as it was like, not, like it doesn't make any sense for me to put in the time running a stream anymore
yeah.
compared to like how the time I put into YouTube.
But you got the quality and the skills, so it's like, how
Yeah,
do
but
we
I
get
just-
the both? That's rough.
I'm like not doing stream anymore.
Yeah,
You'd have to pay me a lot unless it's something I want to do.
because you get paid
Like probably
way more
for
from
majors
YouTube
and
anyways.
monthlies.
Yeah, something that meant a lot to you, more than just the money.
Something I want to do actually is like stream as Little Z and turn it into content.
Yeah,
So I'm planning on doing it hopefully sometime next year. But like running tournaments myself and then commentating it myself.
oh,
And like taking highlights from that.
yeah, that's a good idea. I'd like to see that.
There's stuff in the works. I don't want to
Yeah, don't spoil nothing.
spoil it.
But yeah,
I-
I think that's
But
the next
yeah,
step.
that should be fun.
That's also the big thing that I think a lot of scenes are missing is like product designers, people who will be able to make something that's like, this will be entertaining for people. It might make us money, maybe it doesn't, but it's just like just quality things that add a little bit to the experience, you know? Like, there's not a lot of people. People are more willing to be like, okay, this is how streams run. This is how tournaments run. This is how we do it, and then follow the formula, rather than like going outside and like, how do we make it different from any other stream that we've run? You know, like, how do we make it so it's not just the normal people who watch every single time, or like, what do we have that's got a competitive
That's
advantage?
what I like trying to do.
Yeah.
Like with the random dance cam and like.
Yeah, see, exactly. The dance cam is...
Anything dumb. Especially because we're such a small scene. It doesn't matter.
Exactly,
if it,
yeah.
doesn't go well.
You can take so many risks with it. And most of the time, I reckon they'll pay off.
Yeah, I think they have.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have a quick break because my mouth is getting as dry as my vagina. So we're just going to try and...
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back. Everyone who's in the stream, just get a cup of tea, some popcorn, some biscuits, a bowl of spaghetti, and cover it with yogurt.
Wait, how long's this break?
Oh, it's only going to be like... How long, you reckon, Jet? 5-10 minutes? 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
I was considering the burrito dash, but I'll hold out.
Yeah, all right. Hello, welcome back to the Tournameta Podcast. I see that we've had a random, seemingly, influx of people. Of course.
Yeah, what caused that?
We have no idea. But since there's so many new people here, let me just introduce you to the whole context. This is a Tournameta Podcast. We're talking to Little Z about just pretty much anything. If you want, you can catch the YouTube later if you missed what you and you want to go back and listen to that. But you just
There was
came
some
in.
good stuff. I recommend it.
Yeah, there's definitely some inspiring stuff, some good dick sucking from me.
Shout outs to not literally. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh, you don't know that? You'll have
I'm
to.
gonna give a shout out to anyone from my Discord and also anyone not from my Discord. You know, I'm not prejudiced.
Yeah, all types of people. But yeah, what we're doing is we're about to go into some more community stuff. But before we do that, we're gonna go into a segment called "Explain This Image," which for anyone who's listening on the podcast on Spotify afterwards or the YouTube. And they can't see the image.
They're really going to love this image section, aren't they?
What we're going to do is we're going to describe what's in the image, and then you're going to have to explain what's going on.
Okay.
And Jet's told me...
I'm very excited for what you've got lined up here, I'll be honest.
Now I'm nervous. Jeez. I don't know if we've got the best images. I don't even know what's on there. But sometimes I always laugh at them, so they're always good ones.
Okay.
All right, ready? First one's coming through. Ah! That one's so this image is you wearing a Wario outfit.
Yes.
With the 3, aka the W's up. Cheeky smile. What's the context to this image?
First off, I hate it. Like, this is back when I first started going to tournaments. I definitely have a bit of a baby face. I feel like facial hair helps me.
Right.
So, in that regard. So, and I'm doing the Wario taunt. You know, the W on each hand.
Yep. I already see people saying Little Z with the
I can't remember why I was
Wario
wearing the
outfit.
costume. I think it was literally someone just brought the Wario costume and they were like, if I bring this, will you wear it?
And you're like, hell yeah.
Then I said yes, thinking it was like a joke.
Yeah.
That was our Lunk.
Lunk brought the
player
Wario
from
outfit.
Perth.
Oh, shouts to
So
Lunk.
he brought the Wario costume and was just like, you wear this. And I was like, okay.
Man, you
put it on.
Down for anything at those early tournaments, huh? Wearing the Wario outfits?
Hey, I've worn that costume to like multiple tournaments since then.
Really? Oh, and you're going to
And
wear
in
it
a
to
video
Halloween?
recently as well.
So
I
it's
did
gone a long
I did
way.
the entrance riding my tricycle. That's the same costume.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I sort of just stole the costume from Lunk. He never asked for it back, and I've used it like 4 times since then.
That's like the best gift, though, eh? Cause
It's pretty good. Yeah,
it's
really
been
fits with it.
rocking.
I'll like pay him if he ever wants it back. I'm
Yeah.
keeping this costume.
Yeah. You'll pay for it, but he's not getting it back if he wants it back. You keep
Yeah.
it.
I'm like, name your price, because otherwise I'm having to order one off eBay.
Yeah. All right, that's good. I mean, he probably would want to just leave you it anyways because it's got your scent on it now. Like,
I don't leave that strong a scent after wearing it once, I'd hope.
No, I hope so too.
No, but that's actually got my old Wario hat. I've got a Wario cap as well, which is signed by Extra. Back when he played Wario in Smash 4, it's signed by Extra and McJobo.
Ooh.
And it says, I'm the best Wario AU.
You wanted...
Obviously now DD is like the one who I need to get to sign it.
Yeah. That's all right. You go to a post-major, wait for like the party or whatever, and you go to a bar, get a couple of beers into him.
Didi can't drink though. How am I going to get him to sign the hat?
Oh, how old is he?
See, that's what I did for Extra and McJobo.
Yeah.
I just got them drunk, got their signatures, and said I was the best warrior in Australia. Didi is going to be more of a tough time.
How old is he now? He's got not that long, right? He's like 17, 16? I don't know.
16 maybe? I'm not sure.
And you just have to wait it out. Just wait it out until he's got it. Anyway, that's the first image. A shout out to way back at the first sort of tournaments you went to. But we should have some others lined up, so we'll go on to the next one. This is you.
The worst thing about that other photo was no moustache as well.
No moustache. Well, this one's the same.
Oh, what is this?
This is...
Where did you find this crap?
No, Jet just finds them. I have no idea.
Is this from... Oh, this was from my Twitter.
Right.
Because I posted about... I look a bit like Dolan Duck, don't you reckon? Like, first thoughts.
I think, like, if Dolan Duck was a doctor and was slightly happy about, like, a spinal fracture in the background, then yeah.
Dolan Ductor.
Yeah, that's it. Dolan Ductor. What?
This is controversial. This better not be sent out as me, like, giving away patient information, even though I've already posted it on Twitter.
What?
But that's from my old job before YouTube.
Right. Okay. And
so what I would do is scan old people's bones to see how strong they are.
Right.
You know how like old people might fall over, break a hip,
Yeah.
and they have osteoporosis? I was basically doing like screenings for that.
Oh.
And then like if people had bad bones, then they like come back and see if there's any improvement after some treatment.
Okay, so as long as you don't name who they are, I think they're fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
And I would drive around in a truck doing this job as well.
Okay.
So I learned how to drive a truck for that. This is just in Joondalup.
I thought maybe it could have been Smash related. Like...
No, not at all.
This is what I did doing playing Smash or something
What,
like
the
that.
spine?
Yeah. And then you just...
That's like a Ridley tail x-ray or something, is it?
Yeah. And then you're just happy about it for some reason. I don't know.
I
thought
don't
it
know
was
why
your
I'm
X-ray.
like pulling the fucking derpy face and taking a photo at my work. But I posted it on Twitter because it was like post a photo of you like a year ago and now, and then that's what I had. So I was like, oh, that's from my old job.
Okay. Well, we won't linger because we've all had those moments from when we were first getting into Twitter. I think my first ever tweet was just the word anus. So
Nice.
yeah, it was really mature.
No, that was actually very recent that I posted that, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, so because I thought that since you'd gone full time from YouTube, it would have been a while ago.
I quit this job April
Oh, wow.
April 1st this year.
Oh, so yeah.
So, and that was actually because me doing YouTube on the side started earning me more money
Yeah.
than my job. I was a bone density technician, was what it was called.
That's it. Oh, okay. So what
and
was
then
the
YouTube started earning me more than that, and I was like, well, if I go full time YouTube, then it's just going to be like even more.
Yeah.
And more.
What was the picture before then? If this was the after.
What was the what? Sorry.
The picture before, because you said like a year from now. Oh, was this 2018
Well,
April?
after would have just been a photo of me now, I guess.
With the beard and the
It wasn't too
mustache.
long ago. I'll see if I can find it.
All right. And then you can drop it in chat maybe. And but in the meantime, we'll move on to the next image.
Yeah. Oh, the after's just me in Washington.
Oh, okay.
Not too exciting.
Damn. All right, here we go. Yeah, this might need some explanation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Most people, I think, that follow a lot of my YouTube channel closely would actually have seen this one.
Okay.
So this is one of my top 8 entrances.
Right.
Oh, I might tell a little story about my top 8 entrances before this point. So
Just real quick, this image for people on Spotify is you with some money sunnies on. What's the green?
and a backpack under my shirt.
Yeah,
So I'm
okay.
looking pretty thick.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So you get the backpack under and it's at a tournament. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
that's
So
the
this is
context.
from my second top 8 entrance. I'm looking like Kinka rule.
Right.
I came out to I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky.
Good
and
choice.
I walked out, had the big belly, and because I played all K rule that tournament, actually managed to get top 8. So
You
that
hero.
was pretty swell. And then I've put that one up on the YouTube.
Nice.
But in terms of my top 8 entrance before that, I'm actually going to tell a story because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, go.
I bought this little tricycle from Kmart, $15.
Oh!
Because my plan was, when I made top 8, I would ride it out and be Wario, right?
Yeah.
And then the first 2 tournaments... First tournament, I did not make top 8. I came 9th.
Ooh.
And then I had already bought this like costume, this tricycle, and I just couldn't use it.
Yeah.
Next tournament, I didn't make top 8 again, and I was like, am I ever going to get to use this fucking bit that I've planned? Then someone at the second tournament was like, oh, can I use that tricycle to do a top 8? And I was like, no, I'm saving it.
Yeah.
And then eventually I did manage to make top 8. So...
The tricycle came out in the end.
The tricycle came out, and then the K-Rule came out as well.
Nice. Man, $15 for the tricycle, that's a good buy.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then you've got
I've made a lot of like pretty cheap purchases, like the crocodile costumes.
Yeah, that onesie, I actually have one of those as well. The one, I think... No. Yeah, it's the crocodile onesie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one as well. And I was like, damn, dude.
That's fantastic.
That's such sick. Yeah, that's the good one. That's the good stuff.
That was like, I bought that for me and Ben. It was like $30 each.
Yeah, they were super cheap.
And then like I used it in a thumbnail, and then anything I buy for a video usually makes the money back easy.
Yeah.
So like it allows me to buy all this dumb stuff, which is so good. I'm like, if it'll be funny in a video, it pays for itself.
The one I bought was at like a mall, and they had like a whole bunch of different, like, there was like an airplane one and like a ferry one, like a bunch of different onesies. And I was like, oh damn, like, gonna buy this one.
What did you end up grabbing?
I got the crocodile one, and I took that
Oh,
home.
nice.
This was way before Ultimate, and I don't like crocodiles, but I thought it was a dinosaur one, so I like dinosaurs. But I went back, and it was gone. It was like some whimsical, like the guy was like goodbye, and he left, and they never ever came back. And I was like, oh man, it must be magic. But at the same time, I wore the thing, and it was super itchy and smelt bad the first time that I got it.
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, maybe he went out of business for some other reason. But I've never been
that sounds
able
pretty dodgy.
to get those onesies back at the mall. So it feels bad. But yeah, that was my little aside, because it reminded me of that. We'll move on to the next image, if we've got one. No. We went to Tournameta Podcast. We have no other images. But we've only got an hour left, and we still got Twitter questions and Twitch questions to get through. And I like to make sure that we get them. So we're going to go through the Twitter questions first, because, you know, there's people put in the time of asking them on Twitter. Jet's made a little compilation of some of them, but I think you've actually blown up on that Twitter. Lots of activity with the question, maybe. So the chances that there's a whole bunch of new ones there, maybe he's got some. Oh, no, we've got them written down here. Okay, he's just slid them in front of me. We'll go to the first one. Matt Mercer asks, are there other fighting games you want to play and post on your channel?
Pretty much, like, the short answer is no.
Right.
The long answer is, like, maybe, a very shaky maybe on Pokken and Rivals.
Would they
are the only 2 fighting games I've really played.
Would they even work? That's always the tricky one, right? Like,
so I've done one Pokken video before.
Yeah.
And I think it did pretty well. It was right when it came out, and I did Weavile as OP.
Yeah.
And so that went all right. I think I did it like in a good style. And then like people that played Pokken liked it. And then Pokken fell off into the pit of irrelevance.
Yeah.
And apart from that, just Smash. I don't play any other fighting games like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, nothing else like that. So
do you play any other games besides Smash?
I do, but they're not fighting games.
Well, what do you play?
I play Heroes of the Storm mainly.
Oh, whoa.
And then, so yeah, it's a bit left field, hey?
Yeah, I would not have expected that in the slightest.
That's like my second, like, I basically at the moment play Smash and Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah?
I've played like other games in the past, like Overwatch, TF2.
Yeah.
I like multiplayer games.
What is it that you liked about Heroes of the Storm? Because anyone who hears that will be like, well, that's always been
it's
like...
mostly...
In
in
contrast with like League and Dota 2, right? Like that was always like sometimes the third choice, right?
Yeah, it's mostly because my friends play it.
Ah, yeah.
I like
sense.
playing online, and also because I've played other Blizzard games.
Yeah, Blizzard's pretty.
Like I played Hearthstone, so I knew a lot of the Warcraft guys, and Overwatch, I knew a bunch of thems.
Who you remember when someone made that 4chan post and everyone freaked out and thought that Diva was going to get into Smash?
Oh, I would love if an Overwatch hero got in Smash.
That's what I was about to ask. If you had to pick a Blizzard character to get into Smash, who would you pick?
Blizzard, not just Overwatch?
Yeah,
Ooh,
the whole shebang.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Someone like Ragnaros would just be cool.
Oh,
Like,
that'd be sick.
they've done like a bunch of that sort of thing. You'd have to really sit down and think of like each character's moveset, because you could have
Yeah.
some sick special moves. I feel like it's just such a big world.
I think they could do like a stage, and like they did with Monster Hunter, and put like Ragnaros in as a boss. I think it'd be so tricky
You know what would
to
be
have him
sick?
as a
Like
character.
Doomfist as well.
Yeah, they'd all be sick. Their movesets, I think, translate pretty well into Smash.
You know what would be fucking funny? Roadhog.
Oh,
He's got like a tether grab, but it's the whole stage and it's like a hook.
yeah,
And then he has like a forward throw that shoots him in the face and does 30% or something.
that'd be nuts, and it kills eventually. Yeah,
But then you think like, what are the rest of his moves? Like outside of that,
he super armor heals. He
he has like a Kinka rule
Yeah.
nair, just sticks his belly out or something.
Yeah, no,
There's not much that you can do after that point.
It does get tricky. That's a good question though. So maybe some other games with Pokken, but most of the time just
Yeah,
Smash.
not really fighting games.
Yeah,
Not about them. Smash is like the one.
fair enough. Heaven's Demon or Demon. Will you ever get a new profile picture, or are you dead set on keeping the Delibird?
Oh, see, it's like I'm not dead set on it.
Yeah,
It's way more too lazy to change.
I think it.
And I did a Twitter poll like a month or so ago, and I was like, oh no, maybe it was in my Discord. Anyway, it was somewhere, and I was like, should I get a new picture, like a designed logo?
Yeah,
Should I redesign the Delibird, or should I just keep it the same? And I think what actually ended up winning was redesign the Delibird.
ooh,
And then I was like, okay, well, can't be bothered.
how can you redesign it though? It's already perfect.
Yeah, keep Delibird or get new Little Z logo.
Right.
Keep Delibird won by like 3 times the amount.
Oh, yeah, fair calls.
So
No
yeah, I
point
guess
in-
it's like recognizable now.
Yeah, it's
Even
who
though it's
you
the
are.
most derpy looking dumbass thing.
It's so lovable. Honestly, I see it and I want a plush toy of it. But only the derpy one, not the normal Delibird. Nah, that's sick. Blaz, Ashley, or is that a different person? Who knows? If you weren't doing YouTube as a job, I assume, what would you be doing as a full-time job? Well, we kind of answered that a little bit. You already had a full-time job before this. Or was that part-time? Hold on. It was Ashley's question.
Hello.
You're back. Sorry, I
Not
think
sure what happened there.
Jet assassinated you on Discord. He said
Alright.
you said something he didn't like, I think, and he had a little bit of a rage. It's alright. You
I missed the question. Was it that Delibird was my favorite Pokemon?
Oh yeah. Well, which one's Delibird from? You have to forgive me. I'm not good with Pokemon knowledge.
Silver and Gold.
Right. Yeah. My brother
You
was
find
really
him
big
in
into
like
those.
Ice Path.
Yeah. Oh, he's an ice Pokemon, huh? I love ice Pokemon. My
Gen
favorite.
2 had like some of the best.
Oh, mine was Gen 3.
Murkrow, Octillery.
Ooh. No, don't. I know Murkrow. I don't know
Some-
Octillery. I can't think of it.
Piloswine and Swinub.
Oh, I love those. Yep.
I think I love everything in Ice Path.
Yeah, they were pretty sick. And why is it that ice Pokemon are always at like the end of, or like not the game, but like the main story? It always pisses me off. If you,
But yeah, I guess it's like just unwillingly turned into my logo,
nah,
which is pretty fine by me.
it's sick.
I don't know. I feel like I could grow better if I had like some form of brand recognition, but also that could be complete bullshit.
Maybe you do need to redesign the Delibird, but like keep the same aspects of it. I don't know.
I'm just worried I'm gonna get slapped with like a copyright because some like the first person that drew, because it's called an
Delibird?
FSJAL. is the style of these, and they do it with like a bunch of characters all with this same expression.
Oh, right.
It's like physical.
So
really weird.
You afraid they might come back up and snap you for
stealing? Yeah, hope not.
Nah, I think they'll be fine. If not, you can just like change where the eye is looking just the slightest bit and be like, alright, it's original content.
Make them face outwards like my K-Rool amiibo.
Exactly. Alright, while you were gone, I did go on to the next question. Blaze, aka Ashley, says, if you weren't doing YouTube as a job, I assume, what would you be doing full time? We kind of answered this.
Yeah, I guess I would still be at my other job.
You wouldn't pursue anything else?
I'm so happy for YouTube. It's actually like a dream job. Plus it like makes pretty good money.
Were you happy in your old job?
I was, but like the part where I had to go away in the truck for like a few days at a time, go to like country towns.
That's rough.
That got really annoying by the end.
Yeah.
But it was a good job for like when I was there.
Yeah.
Just got like a little bit repetitive because you're doing like scanning a lot of patients.
And we're still young, right? Like, so that sort of job's really good when you're young, and then once you get older, you're sort of like, okay, well, what am I? It
was like an out of uni like sort of job. I think it probably sounds more impressive than what it required to like have.
Oh, we'll let everyone believe that it was more impressive than what it was then.
Yeah, I like to do that. But I'm also halfway through an online course in sleep science.
Oh.
So like a post-grad thing. So that was sort of my backup. Like I quit my job and I did YouTube at the same time as my sleep science course.
Oh, missed this.
And then now I'm sort of fully committed on the YouTube for the moment.
When you say sleep science...
Yep.
You mean like studying the science of dreams? Or like the effect of sleep have on the body, or like the whole thing, or... Because that sounds really cool. It's a lot of like...
Yeah, it's a lot of like sleep disorders and that as well.
Ah, right.
But it's like trying to understand the different like stages of sleep and like the physiological symptoms and stuff of each different stage. And so you like set people up in a lab and like for like people that have problems when they sleep, like apneas and stuff like that.
You watch them sleep?
Yeah, you do. I never did like any prac stuff yet. I was like just doing all the theory at the point I was at. Because I only did like 6 months of it.
I was going to say, that's the fun but creepy thing to do, right? You bring somebody in.
But like I found that pretty interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah, no, I
started doing that, but then now I'm like fully on the YouTube. Until my YouTube channel dies and I like cannot live off it, I plan to do it.
Well, it seems from like what I've seen on YouTube, like most people's channels only really die when they like make mistakes with them or don't adapt. And people say
it's like everyone has like an initial period where like sort of where I'm in now.
Yeah.
Where like obviously a lot of people watch my stuff. And then it's like you sort of retain that core audience, and then a lot of people might move on to new stuff, or people just get older and change their tastes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like as long as I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, and that's always
what matters the most.
Booms and recessions, right? Like you get a boom and then people will fade off and change, but as long as you're changing, like you'll have a changing audience as well, and that'll lead to more booms. Anyway, David Lins, where did you learn about video editing? Are you self-taught? Your edits are always pretty good. Thank you, David.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Yeah.
In high school media, actually.
Ooh.
Is where I first did editing. Same program I use now, Premiere Pro.
Oh, really?
Really good program.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of editing in media, and that was like real life stuff. And in my group, I was like the best at editing, so the other two people in my group were like just fobbed it off to me, except that's what I was happiest doing anyway. And then since then, I've started like 4 different YouTube channels, so just like a lot of practice.
Yeah.
So it's mostly self-taught after that point.
So you're saying like working at it consistently. You don't need a degree. Don't need to...
Yeah.
Having some experience definitely helps in a... like you would obviously be given feedback on your editing skills during that course, but...
yeah.
If you...
But I think it's probably more the... like experience.
Yeah.
Just doing it a lot. Like I have a lot of really cringy old videos that I made in like year 9, 10, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like I would edit videos together of just what me and my friends thought was funny. And then I started a TF2 YouTube channel.
Ooh.
I did a Pokemon YouTube channel, which then turned into the one I've got now. So I've always like enjoyed making videos, and just like my whole life I've been editing sort of.
Damn. Follow your passions, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Because you had to have that enjoyment from it. Otherwise you wouldn't have kept pursuing it. Yeah. Anyway, Jordan.
So yeah, mostly just that experience.
Yeah. Thanks for that one, David. Jordan Yogurt asks, how many instruments do you play? Are you self-taught musician? What music-related projects do you take part in? And do you play in a band? Well, it's supposed to be one question, guys, but...
Ooh, no, I like this question. I can rattle them off pretty quickly too, probably.
No, that's all right. Yeah, go for it.
So, I can probably play hundreds of instruments if you count it. Because I did percussion in high school.
Yeah.
So that's where... And primary school. So that's where all my music experience comes from. And that includes, like, you learn how to play the xylophone, the marimba, the glockenspiel. It's like a bunch of stuff that's almost the same. And, like, I can play, like, 3 different types of tambourines. But, like, do you count that?
No. One tambourine.
Exactly. But, like, I was the guy playing, like, triangle or crashing cymbals together. Playing, like, the bells. But the main one I got out of that is, like, learning how to play the drum kit.
That's the
so I've been playing
essential skill.
Yeah, so I've been playing drums for like 12 years, I guess. Oh, actually. Oh, I don't even know how long.
Drums teaches
you 12 years.
A lot about music theory though, doesn't it? Like it does.
It's a lot about rhythm, which is good.
Yeah.
That helped me. And then I self-taught myself piano.
Right.
So I had a teacher like all through school for drums and percussion. And then I taught myself piano.
My favorite thing about drums is how like a drummer can get to a point where like wherever they go in terms of a band, they sort of like can change the sound, you know? Like I think Dave Grohl is like one of my favorites because he does Foo Fighters, but then you listen to him go to like Queens of the Stone Age and it's a lot of the same feel.
Heaps different.
Yeah, but it's like got that Dave Grohl part about him, you know?
Yeah, I like a lot of the stuff Dave Grohl does.
Yeah.
Like, probably one of my favorites is from Muse. I'm blanking. Dominic Howard.
Right.
Drummer for that. I love some of the Muse drum lines.
Yeah, I've
like from their older stuff.
heard a couple of Muse, but like I hear a lot of people are like huge fans for different reasons, and they've been around for a really long time. So.
And in terms of being in a band, I'm not.
Ooh.
But I think I would like to be. I just don't have any other like friends that are that musical that want to have a band. So if you're in Perth and you need a drummer,
yeah, shouts to Perth
/ YouTuber, hit me up.
Yeah, that's rough though, eh?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm self-taught on the kazoo and the tin whistle. Very impressive.
You know what instrument I really want? I really want that thing that like it's got the mouth at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, do you mean a melodica?
Yeah.
Like a piano with the blow?
Yes. I really want one of those ones.
I should get that. That would fit right into my my meme stuff.
They're sick. I knew somebody who was like, he liked music, but he liked to teach himself everything and didn't really know much about music theory, but he got really good at that instrument really quickly. And he would just
Have you seen much of my... Oh, yeah. Have you seen much of my latest stuff with... I've started to do like musical outros in my videos.
I've seen a bit of
that.
Except
it's so good because I cover every song that I want to use that's copyright. I just do a cover of it myself, either on piano, drums, tin whistle.
I saw
just like a crappy version.
The JoJo's To Be Continued. I saw you do.
Yeah, so it's like I wanted to use that song, and then I'm like, I'll cover it myself, and it turns into like a bit of a meme because it's played like half shittily. Yeah. And then it's also just like sort of become my thing for my outros, and it means I can use copyright music. Yeah, no, it's a lot of wins all in one. No, I love that. I think that's super smart, but also like you get to add in, like we were talking about. Add in like another one, because my music talent didn't really have any impact on my YouTube. But now just like me putting time into you got something else stuff that other people don't have, you know. Yeah, and so like finding a way to add that in was sick. Yeah, that's sick. We'll go on to the next one. Thank you for that one, Jordan. We get to talk about another passion of Little Z's. Dragonheart 4/4s. Quadra 4? 4/4/4/4? However you want me to say it. I thought you were talking about that being my passion. I was like, what the hell is a dragon heart? That's the person. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the next guy. Do you have a type of video that you like making the most, such as low GSP to high versus other YouTubers and streamers, or blank is OP?
My favorite is ones that I do with other people.
Right.
So, because I really like bouncing off someone like next to me for banter and stuff. I find it's a lot easier to get like funny commentary than like doing solo stuff.
Yeah, when you're building with something.
But then also solo stuff, you have like a lot more control. And it's like, I'm sort of thinking of how I'm going to edit it while I'm speaking.
It's like the difference, like, remember when we were talking about Alpharad makes stories in his videos. I think when you do it yourself, you can sort of have the freedom to do that and sort of like control where you're going to go with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
then if there's someone that you work really well with,
yeah,
like, not only is it's like just more fun while recording, and then sometimes you can get like just as good content or even like better reactions between like two people talking together. But it's definitely more fun playing and not just talking to yourself, talking to someone else.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's my favorite ones to record, but whether they turn out as the best videos.
The process of making them is a lot more fun. But yeah, the end result is completely different. Yeah. I feel you on that.
For the low GSP ones, another thing is the videos that require me to win are so frustrating sometimes.
Ooh.
Like with low GSP to elite, it's like the video is either going to be 40 minutes long or I need to win most of them.
Yeah,
like if I lose to some annoying fucking Zelda or something, then it's like, it's just like, it's an extra bit of salt in the wound.
Yeah, I'll watch you like in one of your videos and you'll like cut out half the match and I'll be like, he was not having fun during this one. He was.
Yeah, sometimes you can edit it down, but then it's just like, I like ones where it's like, I'll play, but it doesn't matter if I win or lose for the most part.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, I can focus on commentating and like, it's funny if I lose. But if it's like, I'm trying to get someone into Elite Smash and it's just not happening that day.
Yeah.
Then like,
then you just
I'll
still
either
have to force it or, yeah.
cut out a lot of matches or it just like won't be as good commentary because I'm focusing hell hard.
Yeah.
I find that I can't talk as well if I'm like focusing.
I feel you on
as
that
you could
one.
probably expect.
Yep. That's tough. I actually completely forgot about another segment that we were going to do. And I think we'll have time to force in there. It's hypothetic caps, where we give you a hypothetical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You're saying that.
And the last one was...
I'm keen for this.
They were really silly because I wanted to get Chadju to talk about how he would get to the other side of a tournament if he was only 6 inches tall. But yours, I think, are a little bit more...
You know what I'd say for that? Find the saltiest person and hold on to their controller. They'll throw it across the room pretty quickly.
That's a good one. Yeah, they'll launch it. Unfortunately, we've got separate rooms, so I don't know if that would work in this particular example. But
oh, damn.
Yeah, no, we'll hold on that one. Your hypotheticals are a little bit more grounded in reality because I thought they'd be more interesting that way. But we'll see, you know. We'll still experiment on this one. But we'll go straight to the first one. If Smash was destroyed tomorrow and you could no longer make videos off of any of the games, what would you turn to next?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, see, a lot of people are like,
do you mean
like these other games?
So when you say I can't make videos on any of the games, you just mean Smash games?
I mean all Smash games, including Slap City and Roa and...
But I can still make YouTube videos.
Yeah, you can still make YouTube videos. And in this hypothetical world, people will still... Like, the transition is easy. Like, you'll keep your audience...
Can I ask one more question about it?
Yeah,
does Fortnite still exist?
Yes, Fortnite still exists.
Might have to become the Fortnite YouTuber.
Gotta get on the Fossen and the Fortnite.
I think I would pick another game to make videos on, or I would become a musical sketch channel.
Nice. Yeah.
I think like stuff like Seth Everman and Daniel Thrasher.
Damn. Yeah.
I love all those videos, and I feel like I'd sort of do that, but it's just, you know, in the form of like little Twitter videos, and like I don't fully commit to it. It's like less effort. But if I could put more time in, I feel like I could go down that route.
We already got Voltage J, green name, saying do music sketch in the chat.
Supporting it.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of support.
I like to think I'm like adding in a bit of that at the end of my videos. Best of both worlds.
Listen, I think
if I was going to pick another game, it'd probably be like Minecraft. Heroes of the Storm is like not even worth it because that game is dead.
Really? Oh, but in this world, you keep your audience. Everyone's still just as interested.
Oh, well then,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be Heroes of the Storm, because then it's like, I'm playing with my friends and there's just like banter and that sort of thing.
Fair calls. And is there like a ranked in that mode or in that game?
There is, but I hardly ever play it.
Fair calls.
But I probably would.
Yeah, I was gonna.
The old like getting Elite Smash, but it's like getting rank 1 with every hero.
Exactly.
And then it's like every hero is my best hero.
Yeah. All right, and then we've got the next hypothetical. That one was pretty easy. Because a lot of people ask, well, like, oh, do you play any other games?
Threw me for a loop. I was like, because Smash is like 90% of the games I play.
Yeah, it's weird because, some people will
If
be
it
like,
didn't exist.
I play so many other games other than Smash. And then you're like, how are you top player? And then some other people be like, Smash is all I play. So I like
definitely
seeing
that camp.
the dichotomy. Anyway, second one. This one's a little trickier. Aliens invade and will only be sated in the form of Smash edited vids that are of enough entertainment quality. All of the big Smash creators have come together and agreed to split into groups of 3, with team captains choosing their other members that they would want to work with. You are elected team captain and are given first choice. Who do you choose to make the ultimate alien invader defeating vid with?
I feel like you could just go easy and choose like the top people.
You can, but do you reckon you would like to make a video with them?
My number 1 is Slimesicle.
Okay.
And he was also the favorite
run.
YouTuber that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I just really like his humor style, and I feel like I'm even inspired by it a bit in my commentary.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of like puns, bad puns and that sort of thing. And that's the sort of stuff that I find like hilarious myself.
Fair enough.
So then like, I think we could potentially work together in that aspect. And then, see, the next one's hard though.
Yeah. So the aliens don't judge it on like, they don't have a favorite or anything like that. They just want something that they really like.
Yeah. I think it'd probably just have to be Alpharad. Boring answer. But he's got like the most experience and like a really good sense of humor. And like we got on really well in real life. So working with him, I think, would be really good.
He's got that trusted quality too, he's going to help you make a really good video.
Yeah, like the experience, he knows his titles and his thumbnails.
Yeah, he gets.
But it's like not getting sick of working with someone as well, I think is big.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. And the aliens would be hyped before they even saw the video. They'd see the thumbnail and be like, damn.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Man, that's a powerful trio, if I do say myself.
Yeah, I reckon you guys could
save the world. Me, Alpha, and Slimesicle. It also happens to be like 3 of the most subscribed people that do Smash content.
Yeah, but, that's all right. That's fair.
Oh, shit, I forgot Nintendo.
Nintendo. Does they count?
That's a spanner in the works. Nintendo or Alpharad.
I thought you said Nintendo.
That's like... No, Nintendo.
I don't know him. Oh, man. Are they good?
I love his sort of things. He's like a lot more of the like meme videos.
Right.
Compared to like Alpharad does the really good commentary.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo does more of the meme edits, which I do. I'd say I'm probably like in between them.
In between Alpharad and Nintendo.
Now I don't know.
Jeez.
I'll stick with Alpharad.
Okay. All right. Well, the
experience.
I think do the aliens find memes funny though? Oh hell yeah! Aliens love memes.
Who doesn't find memes funny?
Who doesn't? That's the only reason the aliens came, right? Like, because they like
aliens
memes.
Probably make like jokes about probing anuses and fucking have their own meme circle based around that.
Yeah.
And how dumb humans are.
Oh man, I'm thinking about just like the dumbest memes I can think of that are just like E.
They would be popping off for the Area 51 memes.
Yeah, they'd be like, come get us. My kid got abducted by Area 51. Anyway, that was the end of those hypotheticals. Those are really good answers as well. I like them.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's right. And then the final part of the podcast is we go to Twitter questions, which I wanted to get into because we've got so many people here. What happens is Jet usually like takes them and then chooses the best ones to pick. But if you're in the chat right now and you have some questions to ask, gear them up.
Oh, you mean Twitch?
I Twitch. Sorry, I said Twitter. I apologize. Twitch questions. So if you're in the Twitch chat right now, you can ask a question and we'll answer it. We picked the good ones. So if you're asking how big is my dick, we're not going to answer that. Now that I've said that, though,
I'll take a stab at it if someone wants to.
We'll take a stab.
Someone wants to ask, I'll give it a shot.
Some people said
Not sure if I'm going to be the most accurate though.
Really good one for Shadru last time. They said kill, marry, fuck, and it was like 3 of the Queensland players, and Shadru had a tough time with it. So we'll give
3 of the who? Sorry.
Kill, marry, fuck, and they were out of 3 Queensland players. It was like Ben Gold, Shitashi, and Ari, and it was a tough one.
Oh, Ben Gold isn't getting away without a fuck.
Right? Everybody said that.
Yeah,
I love how that was your instant answer too.
They don't call him Small Ben Gold.
Anyway, we've got some questions popping through already. What are your thoughts on the general scene of esports in Australia now that you've been overseas and experienced some of the US events?
Positives and negatives. Like, we're way more grassroots, which means like production value can often take a back seat.
Yeah.
But then we get those like really funny moments because we don't care that much, and like we let people swear on stream and just
we
have
still got
a bit of a muck around and talk about random stuff on comms.
That grassroots feel, you know, where people can shout into the microphone and swear and do what they need to do. Yeah, and I think like if we get big
think
here,
BigWin Champs was a good example of that.
Yeah, that's the thing. If
we did like dance cam and dab, all that kind of dumb stuff.
And even if it blows up in Australia, like if it was the size of it as in America, I feel like we'd still hold on to that, you know? Like we'd still have
that's just like the Aussie vibe.
Exactly, yeah. We've got a lot of questions coming in, so we'll move on to the next one. ADOS71 says, do you want to face FaZe Llama again?
Absolutely. That's just one of the people I fought in one of my recent videos.
Yeah?
I found them in tournament mode.
Were they a god?
I ended up versing them like 3 times. They were fun to play though.
Oh, okay.
And it let me make memes about FaZe, so...
That's the best part, you know? When someone makes their own story like that, and you can build on it.
Yeah, people with funny names, I can make like way better edits about than if I'm versing like John.
Yeah, true.
Actually, if I was versing John, I could say like no Johns, so I take that back.
I think you've encouraged everybody who's playing online and Switch against you to come up with the funniest names possible so that they can be easy meme potential.
And then you're more likely to be included in a video.
ADOS the Boss says, I am FaZe Llama. No way.
The plot twist of the top 10 anime plot twists.
Bruh, I can't believe... No way. You got the wrong
He probably
Twitch
is, because he probably came from my Discord. I would not be surprised.
This is who I am. Voltage J says, how small is your dick? You don't have to answer that.
Alright. Wait. I'm trying to think of a Little Z joke.
I used to have this.
The Z is little, but the D is not. Alrighty, next question.
That's good. I used to have this pickup line that I told people when I was in high school. I thought it was the smartest thing ever, and it was like, you go up on a girl and tell her that you have an incredibly, like, infinitesimally small penis. And they'd be like, what the fuck? And then if anyone mentioned it, you'd be like, no, I don't. And that was how you would get with a girl.
If your first impression is shit, the only way you can go is up, right?
That was the goal, right? Like, as soon as you get that out of the way, and then suddenly the topic, you're talking about your penis, right?
Then they see your 2-inch dick and they're pretty impressed. It's more than what they signed up for.
Exactly. They're like, holy shit. This guy was, he was too humble. Anyway, Nakanite says, Little Z, are you planning on doing a Smash vid with spirits?
I'm training up an amiibo, so I'm gonna be given that spirits. Apart from that, like, it doesn't really interest me that much. Maybe if like enough people want to see it, like I'll do what viewers want to see as long as I find it fun myself. If I play with spirits and I'm like, this is garbage, then I won't be doing it again.
Viewers got to find a way to make their voice heard if they want you to do it. Start commenting on YouTube videos and get the big thumbs. And then
the amiibo, I'm going to be feeding that bad boy some spirits.
That
seems to be like people love that, and that's just like hilarious watching amiibos crap on like good players.
Getting amiibos super fed is funny to me. I like them imagining.
I'm going to try and do like a Mr. Beast thing where I train this amiibo and then I'm like first top player to beat it gets $1,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, put something good on the line so I can get, like, MK Leo or Tweak and that to join an arena.
That's genius. And you only get, like, one best of 3 or whatever. And then they got to do it.
Not even a best of 3. It's one match.
Best of 1. Oh, my God.
Just make it, like, hell. I really like the idea of high reward, really, like, dumb rule set.
Yeah.
And I got some videos that are going to be revolving around that in future.
No, it's genius because like all these top players are gonna have like the harder time than they would be in like grand finals because your pink K rule is gonna be
like
staunching them.
One of them I was gonna do like run a bunch of tournaments and like the prize for the tournament's like $500, but then the rule set is like one example is 10 HP stamina mode 8-player smash. And one stock, of course.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like you have a 64-man bracket, and then you have an 8-player smash. One person wins, and everyone's on 10 HP, so it's like one hit kill. And then the winner of those 8 matches go into another 8-player match, and the winner of that gets a huge money prize.
That's genius, though, eh? Because it gets so many people involved.
Stupidest rule set, but then
it has some good stuff to it. Lumberjack
and like
6.
Free entry.
Oh, really?
So it's like
with the $1,000 pool.
I'm going to be trying to do that as like an in-person event in Perth. Hopefully early next year.
People are lucky. Jeez.
That's one of the things that I was saying in the works, and also like a bunch of other dumb tournament things.
We need more dumb tournament stuff like that, though, eh? Because like side brackets are so fun. I remember when Spinny Boys at Queensland, it just blew up. People love that. I
feel like I'm one of the people that can actually like get people to come in for that.
Yeah, you would.
Because I can put money on. Yeah. Everyone loves money.
Yeah. Everyone loves a good dollar. Anyway, Lumberjack 6 says, would you give up Wario ever being in Smash again to be the best player in the world?
I don't think so.
Wario's too good. You don't need to be the best player in Smash.
I mean, best player in the world doesn't seem that good.
Yeah.
Is this like on top of my YouTube channel? Because if so, then yeah, probably.
Because then you'd get big money. People would
it's like Zero built his entire channel off being the best player in the world.
Yeah. So
not that that's like bad at all. I think it's like really smart. And people still think he's the best player in the world even though he hasn't attended tournaments for like a year.
Yeah, but yeah.
So I think it could definitely add an element to like and make the videos better. As long as I didn't lose anything from what I have now.
You'd kill
probably
Wario.
Worth losing Wario.
What if you had to kill him with your bare
But I don't think I'd
hands?
enter tournaments.
Really? You'd just be known as the best player and
yeah. The old Zero.
What if you had to kill Wario with your bare hands? Like, if you had to choke him out.
Oh yeah, that's like the
and the entire time
kill your own meat sort of question. You know, I can't do it.
You couldn't do it. I don't think most people
just say,
could.
You know, he got in an accident on his bicycle, we'll say.
I think in general it'd be difficult to kill Wario by choking him out. He's kind of... Anyway, we're way off topic. Janichu says, have you played one of the first 3 Smash games? If so, which is your favorite?
First 3?
Yeah.
Well, Brawl is the one I played most. I've played Melee for like a little bit. Brawl's my favorite, just because I played it the most, I think.
Yeah. Brawl had
that's like nostalgic for me, because I'm not old enough to have played Melee that much as a kid.
Brawl had that first player experience that was insane.
Yeah, like I remember doing Subspace with a friend.
Yeah.
And like all that sort of stuff, and just having people over, doing your items, free-for-alls.
Yeah.
That's like good memories.
It's still, I think, like one of the crazy good party games. Like they really just established themselves in the genre as like the staple. So fair enough.
Pretty much got me into Smash Brawl, so
yeah. We got to thank Brawl for a lot of stuff. Anyway, Gravity 4949.
Yo, is that 500 bits?
Is that 500 bits?
That's a lot, right?
Samsung in the shower.
Samsung in the shower.
That is 500 bits. Take Z's money.
Oh my god, because Samsung, you know why he's saying it's my money?
No.
That's literally what it is.
Oh, is that the money that
Samsung
he's won?
in the shower actually won my latest challenge, which was beat my DK, win $200.
Oh, and then
so he's from Australia. Oh, I don't know if it's a he. They're from Australia.
Yeah.
And
he's throwing
so
your
they
money
won.
around
They beat
now.
my Donkey Kong with Dark Pit, and so $200, which is like 290 Australian dollars.
Yeah, exchange rate's
So
killer.
thanks heaps for giving back to Tournameta, supporting the podcast.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. I am
number 1 bit leader. And he is a he. Okay.
Thank
Can't
you,
be too
Sam.
careful in these days. Don't want to get myself cancelled.
Yeah, we're pretty good with that, I think.
Yeah, that's sick. Giving my money back to the Tournameta Podcast. I love
how
that.
he's throwing away your
Yeah, sick Dark Pit player.
Oh, that's so sick. Gravity 4949, with the online tourney rules changing to just one stock and being basically ruined, is there any chance of another online tourney video in the future? Jeez. He's not a big fan of the...
Sorry, can you just say the first half of that question again?
With the online tourney rules changing to just one stock and being basically ruined, is there any chance of another?
I didn't actually know that.
I didn't know that either.
I don't keep on top of the
Can we get a
the
fact
meta,
check?
apparently.
Can we get a fact
The
check?
tourney meta. I don't keep on top of it.
Yeah. What is that? They're awful now. They
So it's
actually
one
changed.
stock. God, that sounds like a huge meme, though.
One stock, 2 minute 30. Why?
Two stock, 2 minutes 30. That's what it used to be.
Ah,
But timeouts were way too common, I guess, is what they wanted.
right. And people
Thing
would
is,
have a
every time I
negative
played an online
experience.
tournament, I'd finish in like 30 seconds. It's
Ah.
like the round one, I play DK and I like back air someone 3 times, they're dead. Then I hit a random dunk and they're dead. And then
Yep.
I'm just waiting for this Robin to time someone out on the other side of the bracket.
Ah.
So I sort of see where they're going from, like, so hopefully it doesn't last as long. See where they're coming from.
Is it is that all that's changed? Just the stocks? Because he said and also basically ruined in brackets. So I want to know. But
It does sound like one stock's a huge downgrade to 2 stock.
yeah, it is. Remember when
That's like,
we were like
that's rough.
doing a big debate on 2 stock, and then DeBuzz came out of the woodworks and he was like, I've actually been thinking about 1 stock 7 games. Do you remember that?
Was this in Smash 4?
Yeah, this was in Smash 4 when we were having big troubles. And he was like, this is the
Damn.
solution. Can you imagine?
Not too bad, actually.
Yeah, that's
2
what I was
stock in
thinking.
Smash 4 was like whack.
1 stock would like almost completely get rid of the rage factor. And the 7 games would make it so that like it would actually be a decent...
Damn, yeah.
Yeah. But that's also
That's
totally
real
insane.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I think in a tournament, like an online tournament format,
Yeah.
just like one buffet air dodge and you're donezo.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
But
So-
I would like to still do online tournament videos because I think it's a really good like format for a video,
Yeah.
even if the stock format is garbage.
Super questionable decision from Nintendo again.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we'll see. We'll see how it
Not
goes.
sure about that one.
Gravity4949 back at it again at Tournameta. Do you have a girlfriend, Little Z? Asking for a friend.
I do not.
So he's asking for himself.
So,
now.
ladies, if you're out there, we had the question earlier about how big my dick is.
It's bigger than 2 inches.
Hey, I never said that.
Don't get the hopes too up.
You'd hope so, though.
The Z is little, the D is big. I think that's what we settled on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 inches could be big for me. You never know.
Yeah, 2 inches could be.
I feel like we're going a bit off topic here, but no, I do not have a girlfriend. Dude,
No.
I'm in the constant, like... So I have, like, Tinder. Pretty awful app, but, like, I never know whether I should reference my YouTube channel in it.
Oh,
Because it's, like, it's sort of an interesting
100%.
fact, but then it's, like,
100%.
also a bit cringe.
No, you need to. You'd be like,
I have, like, sometimes, and then I'll, like, be talking to this girl, and they're like, haha, just watch your latest YouTube video or some shit. And I'm like, oh my god. I've gotten, like, a Snapchat of someone watching my face cam and being like, lol, and I'm like...
that's a little
pretty
weird.
funny.
I don't know how I would react, honestly. But I reckon if you got your goals set out, you definitely got to slip that in the bio. You got to be like,
Yeah,
famous YouTuber.
it's an unfair advantage because they can go and see all this cringe ass shit that I've done on YouTube.
you got to use what you got to use, though. I remember I had a friend who used to just say the dumbest stuff possible to people and try and make it work. And he,
Yeah,
like he used to just talk to girls.
so there's positives and negatives.
Yeah, and just be like unga bunga, and then see how that worked. So whatever you can do, you know, like
420k subs.
yeah, exactly. Olag SSB says, what percentage of your video ideas were other people's suggestions, or are they all just from that big brain? I think we touched on this a little bit,
I
but
find often when people make a suggestion, I'll tweak it a little bit
mm,
to sort of like what I want to do. But sometimes people do have great suggestions. But I get so many comments that's like, hey, you should play Mario, and every time you lose, you eat a bowl of spaghetti.
No.
I get some shockers. Like, that's actually not even that bad.
That's the problem is that came
that.
from your brain. You need to read from the YouTube comments to actually get some real bad ones.
But saying everything comes from the big brain of mine, I'll tell a bit of a funny story about my personal worst idea that I've had.
Hit me.
That did not get released. So I thought it would be a funny idea to... This is back in Smash 4, like when I rarely did commentaries. So It was playing online, but every time I lost, I chugged a beer. Like a stubby.
Yeah.
And then... So I'm recording at like 1 p.m. My parents are at work. I was living at home. And then I won the first few matches. And I was like, well, this isn't entertaining. So I sort of half through one of the matches, I chugged a beer. And then I lost the next match, chugged another beer. And then I was like, oh boy, this is like... Because each match is like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a lot of liquid in not much time.
You're hitting the parts where your eyes are starting to like feel it, and you're like, oh
yeah.
man.
And then it's like, I'm not feeling like good, and I'm doing terribly in the matches now because I've had a couple of like drinks in me.
Yeah.
And then I ended up sculling 4 beers in like 20 minutes. And then halfway through the 5th one, I like threw up in a bucket. And this is all like face cam. It's like deep on my hard drive. Never edited it. And just after that, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like 2 p.m. I was drunk, like, and then I was like, this video was so much worse in practice than like the idea I had. I thought it would be funny.
Pretty good.
But it was so bad.
And then you sitting in the shower just like, oh god, why did I
was just
do
like
this?
Drunk in the middle of the day, and I was like, never edited that one.
It's still in the deep hard drives. I love that. Naganite.
So that's the worst idea I've had. Yeah. Also, the one where I cracked eggs on my head. That's always a classic that people have brought up. That's like dumb.
But you know, we did that to Ben Gold. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the worst ideas are ones that I think are going to be funny. Like other people's ones are like, or they like they'll tweak it a bit. Like I got a suggestion to like every time I lose, I watch the Dark Knight movie. That was just from someone I knew in real life, and I did that. So I played 10 matches and I lost 3 and watched the Dark Knight 3 times in one day. Jeez. It's like 9 hours.
How was it? Did you get a new perspective?
Every time I watched, I picked up new stuff, and I was like, this movie's so good.
Oh, man. You didn't lose enough. You got to get to, like, the 20th.
I know. Then like, I had to really be hating... Well, by the 3rd one, I was like...
Please.
I knew what was coming. There's, like, jump scares, and I was just like... Oh! Like, knew when everything was happening.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I feel like it's hard to come up with a bad idea sometimes. Like...
I'm under the impression that you can edit almost anything.
Yeah.
So that it like spin it in a good way.
And ideas are always good, but you have no idea how it's going to look until the end, you know?
Yes, that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's always rough.
You could have a ripper idea, and then like you just get to editing it, and you're like,
why does
I don't
this
know
suck?
how to make this work.
Why? Yeah.
Or like you think it's going to be better. Yeah.
Anyway, Naganite asks, Little Z, would you like to stream? We talked about this, but since, you know, a lot of people coming in, it's possible, yeah.
I feel like I just don't make the best content when I'm streaming, so it's a better use of my time to try and focus it into like the condensed YouTube videos, which I think are like my specialty, we'll say.
Yeah. And also I think with streaming, you might have to do the like the highlights, in which case, you know, that's another difficulty.
No, I'm not about that. So I think it's just like not worth the time that goes in.
Fair.
And like I get really burnt out streaming. I'll stream for like 2 hours and be so cooked. And I don't know how people do it for like 8 hours and stuff.
Yeah, and then they do those challenges and they're like, I'm going to do it for 24 hours. And I'm like...
Yeah. Like, for the amount of time... I'd rather put like my all into recording a video for like 1 or 2 hours. And then I can like go back and revise it when I'm editing. And then I end up with like... Squeeze like all of this down into like a 10-minute video that people can fit into the time of day.
Yeah.
Because I personally don't watch streams. It's just like... Except for tournaments. It's just like too much time and not enough happens.
Did you see that League streamer who tried to do 48 hours and then like he started responding to people who were attacking him who weren't there? Like he started like not seeing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he like, started seeing shit that wasn't there, and then he had to stop.
Damn.
And people were like,
I did not hear about that.
and because I'm a cutie pie, who's like one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, tried to do the 48-hour stream, and he got to like, he barely got past 24 hours and was like, I'm done. Because someone donated like $10,000 to tell him to do it, and he was like, nah, I'm done. And everyone was like, oh yeah. He pussied out. And then the other guy did it, who tried to do the 48 hour, like 2 weeks later, and then he started hallucinating. And it's like, maybe there's like, we shouldn't be encouraging this.
Maybe there's reasons not to do that.
Yeah, and people don't really realize that streaming is, like you said, like super draining until you actually start doing it, and you're like, holy Christ, this is way harder than it looks. Anyway,
yep.
I got a question here that I want to know, because I've been calling you Little Z the whole time, but why Z and not Z?
See, that's kind of weird. It's just Little Z sounds disgusting, you know? Little Z sounds better, and also, but it's like my name's Zach, and whenever I spell my name, I'm like Z-A-C-K. Like
Right.
I never say Z, except
With
in
little
my
Z.
like Little Z.
That's kind of funny. I don't follow. I don't know why you would do that.
I just don't know. Little Z sounds gross.
It sounds gross. Like, do you
But
mean?
then if you're spelling something, you're like you say Z.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I think that's an Australian thing, right?
Yeah,
saying Z?
it's a
Might not be.
British speaking thing, I think. And I used to get in arguments with Americans all the time, and they'd be like, it's zebra. And so you say Z. And I'd be like, yeah, but you call her Deborah.
I would say Z-E-B-R-A.
I'd say, but you also say zebra, right? You don't call it a zebra. Or you call it a zebra.
Yeah, I say zebra.
And then they're like, yeah, no, but you say zebra, so Z. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't call her Deborah. I mean, you don't call her Debra, you call her Deborah, so.
Yeah.
No, that's a weird one.
That's true. I don't know. It's just like a sound thing. But I do get pretty triggered if people call me Little Z.
I will agree Little Z sounds better, but I don't know why you do it.
But then when it's just written, I guess there's no way to know.
Yeah.
Most people just say Little Z though.
Do you have people who like unintentionally call you Little Z, or is it mostly like?
Nah, mostly just Little Z.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, someone thought I was Z-A-C-H. I hate that shit. Spell your name Zach. What the fuck is Zach? Now, people that are Z-A-C or Z-A-K are bad enough.
Yeah.
My name's just Jack, but swap the first letter. You know, simple, makes sense. Zach is horseshit.
I think you're putting a lot of Zachs on blast. I see that one all the time with this
Zach.
Yeah, I see that one almost more than the CK.
It's because it's shorter than Zachary. Yeah, CK is actually like the rarest one.
Yeah.
But because my full name isn't Zachary, it's just Zach.
Fair.
Which I guess is a bit strange in itself.
Nah, I see that happening a lot more often. My girlfriend's name is Lucy, and I'm sure that was short for something else at some point in time. But now everyone's just called Lucy. Right? Used to be called like Lucinda or something.
Oh, was it really? Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. And then some people are called Harry, and it's short for Harrison. There's heaps of those.
Yeah, or just Harry these days.
Yeah. Anyway, Lumberjack 6 back at it again. Little Z.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I can't.
You mean Little Z?
Little Z. I just wanted to test it out, see how it was like. And it sounds awful. You're right.
Ugh, shudder.
Lucille. Yeah, that's the one. Little Z, what's your favorite gaming console? Could be PC. So I think this one's pretty obvious. It's going to be the PC, right?
Is it? Because I was going to say PC.
Yeah, I was going to say PC because you got... The Switch has only got the Smash for you.
Fuck the Switch.
You know what?
It's only good for Smash. You heard it here first.
It's the Smash
actually, it's good
machine.
for taking places, but like... I'm not a fan.
You know, Ben
PC
Gold
Master Race
is big on this, and if you talk to Ben Gold, but he reckons that like the Wii U was super underrated, and the Switch is super overrated.
I'm not sure about that.
He reckons like...
It definitely goes Wii, Switch, Wii U.
Really?
The
All right.
Wii is iconic.
The Wii is...
For like the motion controls and what it added in for the time. You know?
I agree. I remember
Wii
going
Sports and all
to
that.
somebody's house and they had Wii Sports, and I just didn't hang out with them. They wanted to go like swimming and go on a ride on a boat, and I was like, let me play some fucking Wii tennis.
Yeah.
Because this shit's crazy. But looking back, I'm like, I'm so thankful I had a PlayStation and stuff during those times. I agree.
Wii U was like saved by Smash.
But I think Wii U was killed by the lack of games though, because as a console, it's not as bad. Like the gamepad is sure bulky, but I'm pretty sure it had better battery life than the Switch did.
Yeah, they just sort of saved everything for the Switch. Hey, like Breath of the Wild, Odyssey, like all the new ones.
I think if I had to put a pick on like what actually happened, is that Nintendo had the Wii U as like they had to get something out for the generation, but they were really hoping to have the Switch as the next console. And so they put out the Wii U, and then they're like, okay, this gives us some more time until we got the Switch.
It's just like a revamped Wii with like the gamepad.
Yeah, and like
the name Wii U is like says it all basically.
And now they've got like,
but definitely PC.
You can just see how much work they're putting in as well.
Because every single game except for Smash is like, I play PC. I've never owned an Xbox. I've owned a PlayStation 2 when I was like way younger. But apart from that, it's just been like $400 bricks that play only Super Smash Bros. And PC games.
Yeah, but PCs are so good. They're almost unbeatable because like you can just get everything, and it's ridiculous. Like you can get emulators on the PC. Like how are you going to beat that? Because now you can just play games.
When they emulate Smash Ultimate, then
soon
we'll be in business.
Yeah, that's when it's all over, Red Rover. They already got like net play on Melee on there.
And then we could actually have good online.
Yeah, and custom skins and holy
crap,
right? That'd be nuts. I can't wait till they start modding the Switch. I don't know if they've already started, but I want to see.
I think they have, but it's like, I don't know how dodgy it is. It doesn't seem worth it at the moment.
Yeah.
I did a fair bit of modding for Wii U.
It was like that for the Wii U for a while though, right? Like modding it was not worth it, and then eventually some people just started unlocking some stuff, and it was like, okay, now we've got Lucas.
People would make costume. It was like Naira would make a mod pack, and then people are all like, a ton of people wanted to get stuff after that. People used to ask for my mod pack heaps because it was actually like, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like do any really stupid skins. I just did like the nice looking ones.
Yeah, and I mean,
added in some extras.
I love that shit, right? Like, and then Nairo would do like not a monthly, but he would do like an annual mod pack or something. Like whenever he changed a bunch of his mods, he'd be like, "This is the new one."
But then modding takes so much time. I wouldn't do that these days.
Yeah, and the Wii U, didn't they go around like hunting people to ban and stuff, and like curse your Wii U if you ever modded? Yeah.
But it's like that was back when I had the time to be doing like all the tournament stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like I had like one shift a week at my job. I was surviving off like a little bit of YouTube income drizzle.
Yep.
And I was like just looking for jobs for like a solid year and just spending my time doing like tournament organizing and modding and a bit of YouTube.
Hey, you put the grind in and now you're where you are. But yeah, it makes sense that like that's where you started doing the modding, because you'd just be like, man, I got so much free time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Olag SSB, who are your best characters in Heroes of the Storm? Asking for a Lost Vikings main. Holy crap. Is Lost Vikings that old-ass game? Is that made by Blizzard?
Yeah. It's like the one hero that's not from Warcraft, Diablo, Starcraft, Overwatch.
Yeah, and they had like the 3 Vikings or whatever in that game?
Yeah, so it's like in Heroes, it's like 3 separate characters that you have to control at once.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty high skill ceiling. But my best characters are like most of the tanks. ETC, Leoric, Muradin. I think are my top 3 most played.
Yeah.
And then like assassins, I play Nova and Butcher, the classic greedy kills. I don't know how much you know, but like there'll be one person in Twitch chat who understands everything I'm saying.
I think some people are on board. I don't know much at all. I played it a little bit.
And Bruises, Thrall and Rag, pretty sick. And Asmo. Those are probably my top few.
I thought I knew Blizzard characters, but now I feel like I don't. Damn. I know Tyrant.
Tyrande.
Yeah, that one. I know that one. I can't pronounce it though. I understand literally everything about
Vikings, Abby, and Chen. Those are some whack fucking top 3s. Vikings is like the control 3. Abatha's like another high skill cap. It's like very random.
Yeah.
Like very intricate.
And Chen
is just shit.
And everyone
really weird hero that's also bad.
Did you have those? Do you have those people in Perth who just like love playing the super low tiers? And they're just like
HOTS?
No, in just
in Smash.
Yeah, because I feel like it's sort of the
that's most
same
of our
thing.
scene, dude. our top players are like Temper now, who uses Plant.
Yeah.
I almost prefer playing K. Rool and DK to Wario.
Oof.
I mean, we also have like Ness, not really a low tier, but a bit of a mid tier.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of our good players will use the crap characters.
But I mean, like, there's that. I don't know what it is, but there's that like it crosses over into other games where people love playing like the super off meta stuff. Just because, like, I don't know.
It's just like you feel like you're being more interesting and like.
Yeah. We're not saying this is
not just part of the pack. Everyone wants to be unique, you know.
This isn't Olag necessarily, but there is that like desire behind it where they do want to just like have more to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some games, the low tiers are just like way more interesting. I don't know if
That's why I like the idea behind myself playing like hero and random, because no one else plays that much hero in Perth.
Oh yeah.
And I'm the most spastic like down B hero in the world.
You love running the gauntlet, running the gambles,
yeah,
the slots.
And then random's just like, it's exciting.
Yeah.
When I play on stream and I choose random, it's like, ooh.
Random will never not be exciting. I don't know what it is.
I want to be like a random main.
Yeah.
That's going to be my next few tournaments until I get sick of it.
But here's the thing, right? Do you think there are more lame characters in the roster than there are cool ones, or more cool characters in the roster?
I think there's only like 10 characters that I
Don't
would not like to play.
Fair calls. All right, yeah. So that makes...
It's like every character's got enough depth that like... I specifically try to learn the cool stuff and then like try to make them my own, at least somewhat.
Yeah, so that makes sense, because then you've got like the odds in your favor, you know, where you reckon you got more chances playing a cool character than a lame one.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got two
so
more...
like I find a few characters super lame, and then I put in the time to learning them.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm having fun. And then I don't care that much what the opponent's doing.
Do you do that like in the tournament though? Like you're focusing on being like, all right, what does this character do? Or are you like...
Not so much. It's more like... Well, it's for my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like I'm currently trying to get everyone into Elite Smash, but like my Sheik's garbage.
Right.
So I'll play friendlies with my housemates and I'll like practice my Sheik. And then it's like that's always going to be in the back of my mind. So if I get Sheik in tournament, I've put in like...
so many
30,
hours.
40 solid matches trying to learn that character.
Yeah. I mean, that's always...
like looking up the combos and that.
The story behind, like, we used to say stuff like day 1 Sheik and day 2 Sheik and stuff like that, right? Like,
yeah.
And even though, like, a day 1 Sheik would be pretty good if you've put in the hours, and then you've also put in hours that have, like, similarities in other characters. Like, sometimes the day 1 levels up, you know? Where it's like, oh, this is pretty similar to this character, and then you like splice some ideas together and it all just works. I think that's the random play style, you know, where you just know how to play to a character's strengths.
The game.
Yeah, exactly. Fundy's OP. Anyway,
yeah,
we're gonna do two more questions, and then we're gonna finish out with what you think the most underrated characters in the roster are right now in the meta, and the most overrated, because it's almost 10 o'clock here in Queensland. And I got 2 kitties at home who are looking out for me, probably annoying the shit out of my neighbor by just meowing. So
underrated and overrated characters, is it?
No, we'll do two questions, 2 remaining questions first, and then we'll go to the overrated.
Okay.
Underrated.
Yep.
So Sir Penguin 420 says, "What made you decide on Delibird pick?" Well, that's favorite Pokemon, right?
Delibird's one of my favorite Pokemon. I remember seeing that like art style photo somewhere. It's so long ago though. It's maybe like 8 years ago.
I remember when
I've
they
always
came
just
out.
It was like a
cool.
random pick I chose at the start.
But you like
you know how you have your first avatar, you don't think that much about it.
Yeah.
And then it's like I never bothered to change it. Now that I've got all these fans that know me for it, and they expect this big backstory, I guess, but it's just not there.
Now that I think about it, or at the moment, my Twitter profile is Crash Bandicoot jumping up really close to the camera, and there's a screen chat of like when he's
like,
really close.
Did that come from anything?
Oh, I was just watching somebody play Crash.
You just saw it, you found it funny, and you made it your...
Yeah, but like,
image.
if I were to get big and get stuck with Crash Bandicoot looking at the camera like that, I could...
See, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd just become your thing, like, quicker than you realise.
I'd totally understand. I'd be like, man...
Sort of what happened to me.
I don't know, eh?
No relation with Shady Penguin, actually. Which is funny.
No relation?
That's a Pokemon YouTuber.
Ah.
Someone asked in chat if there was
sorry.
any relation between Shady Penguin.
Any relation with Shady
I
Penguin?
used to play a lot of Pokemon Showdown, which is, I guess there's a Pokemon reference, but
Nah. Didn't know. Anyway.
yeah, just both happen to like Delibird.
Lumberjack 6. Little Z, are you going to play with the new Pokemon on your YouTube channel? Ooh.
As in Sword and Shield?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never made content of me playing through a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to play through the game, like, for sure.
Yep.
But I don't know if I can translate that into good content and stuff that people want to watch. And it's always, like, a lot of time, like, me going and editing these sorts of videos. Like, I really enjoy it. Like, I made a Minecraft video that was, like, 15 minutes long, and that was, like, me and my mates playing. And then I think it turned out well for what it was, but then it's, like, obviously underperformed because a lot of people don't come to my channel for Minecraft stuff.
Right. And you know...
And it's like, if you put in that much time, like, I'm happy with it, but sometimes it's just like, if the fans don't want it, then it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, like, when we talked about refining yourself and improving, and you don't really realize the improvements you make, it's also like the improvements you make to understand your audience. And so, like, you eventually understand, like, they're here for Smash content. And you really improve on your Smash content. And whenever you, like, move on to a different game, I feel like you're going to have that problem where you're like, does the style translate into the other game as well, you know?
Yeah.
That's always going to be tricky.
No, that's definitely a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, I used to make, like, X is OP videos for Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the style I did for those ones didn't directly translate to Smash.
Yeah.
So it was probably a bit more Alfred inspired than what I would have liked. But it's still just like meme montages. Like, the general premise was similar.
Yeah. But I mean, like, the meme montages thing were huge. And I remember the Super Smash Brothers subreddit used to just be blown up with a lot of them that were really crap. So you definitely differentiated yourself enough and had high quality. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the experience sort of comes in.
Yeah.
Like, people can think of jokes if they've got a sense of humor, but you have to be able to, like, edit them in well and make it all flow together and make it, like, actually a good video.
And then doing that with other games is no
Because a lot of people
guarantee.
have good jokes and thoughts, but then they can't edit that into a, like, good flowing video.
Yeah.
It just means people don't stick around and watch till the end, or don't subscribe, don't watch more.
That's like iDubbbz did he wanted to get an extra video editor in to help him out, and he did this like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think that's gonna be possible for a good while.
but the way
I'd have to find, like, the perfect person.
the way he did it was really interesting because he's like send in this he made like a video of himself, and he was like, okay, edit this to make it entertaining. And the way he did it was like he'd play 10 of them in a grid, and then like
iDubbbz, right?
yeah, and if one of them caught his eye, he'd be like, okay, this one's pretty good, and then would watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's just like it goes to the whole thing where just like the editing is like a super underrated skill because so many people came in and did it, but it was just like you have to have the skill to catch people's eyes and do all the other stuff. Anyway, we've got 3 minutes left until 10 o'clock, and I like running a tight schedule. So we'll go to the overrated and underrated champs or characters.
Yeah, let's go for it.
And then we'll sign off. First off, overrated.
I'll start with overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wario.
Really?
Controversial.
Oh.
Controversial opinion. I don't think Wario is top 10.
Oh.
I think he's like borderline top 15. So many characters have better options.
Here's the thing, though.
Like,
we had Shadru in last podcast, and he said the same thing. He said that Wario was over... Wait, no. Did Shadru say that? No, it might have been Flex, who said that Wario's a little overrated. And I've seen him fall from the tier list a little bit. He used to be pretty hard in top 5. Do you see, like, Tweak dropped
See, the
him?
argument...
But yeah, go.
The argument against like what I'm saying is the fact that like Zachary and Kameme and Abadango have started doing well in Japan.
Yeah.
Because before that, you had Tweak, basically like second best player in the world, and Gluttony, who put so much time into Wario and Smash 4, and he got like incredible results with Smash 4 Wario, which sucked.
He was a better
So it's
Wario
like Gluttony
than
doing
Tweak.
better doesn't mean Wario is really good. It just means Gluttony was always insane.
Yeah.
Which he was.
I feel like Wario's a decent secondary because you always have the waft, and at that level, it's nice. But
yeah, if you like, I feel like Heavy's a good secondaries as well. Still, like how everyone had like the Bowser or the DK because you had that ding dong.
Yep,
it is similar with Wario. Hey, you have that waft, so like
and then you've got like the Nair setups, and people see that and they're like, "That's what I need," you know.
But it's like when you watch a Wario match, what you remember is like, oh, he nared and he got 50%, but you don't remember like, this Wario can't do shit against anyone swinging half a hitbox around.
Yeah.
Anyone with a sword and like...
He got
people
absolutely
keep him out,
caned.
like just zone him out really well.
He got caned for 120% and then he landed the Nair.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But it's like... obviously, he's still got like incredible tools.
Yeah.
But I think it's really easy to overlook how bad his neutral is.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think
like he doesn't have a... If he had a projectile, he'd go so much higher.
I reckon he barely squeezes into the top 10 because that's where the overrated comes from. Because it's like, you're not saying he's a bad character, but you're saying like a lot of people will put him like top 5, and that's way too high.
See, the way I think of it, I can just easily think of like 15 characters that are better than Wario off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not going to list them all, but then I think like Wolf,
Yeah.
Wolf, Fox, Palu, Greninja, Shulk, Pokemon Trainer.
Yep.
Like the ones that are like from 10 to 15.
Oh,
I think
solidly.
a lot of them are just better.
Fair enough. So you said Greninja. I reckon
I
that's
think
a little
Greninja's
underrated.
real good.
Yeah, he's in the top 15.
Yeah.
That's
same
pretty...
with like Shulk.
Yeah.
Couple of sleeper picks.
So
Greninja's dumb, dude. I've played a fair bit of him.
people say
Maybe that can be my underrated pick.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is that what you want to transition into? Because a lot of people say that Greninja's got really poor out of shield options, and that's why he's not in the top 10.
That is true, but he has a few really, really strong options, like running down tilt and dash attack.
Yeah, he's got some nutso shit, right?
And like shurikens and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does struggle in a couple areas. Maybe it's really hard when you're versing like a Palut or like a Fox or someone, a Fox or a Wolf that's just gonna like smack your shield. And
yeah,
I probably haven't played enough matchups to know for sure, but Greninja's got some dumb shit.
He needs one.
I think K. Rool is really underrated.
Really? Ooh.
Sorry to just change it quickly, but people put him bottom 5.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that low. I think he's probably like bottom 20,
but not all the way down.
He's got some good shit. Oh, actually, people underrate the hell out of DK.
Yeah, we were saying this earlier.
People put DK bottom 10.
And it's not right.
I used to think DK was really bad as well, but then I've seen the light. He's got some dumb shit. Side B is so good.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, it's a lot of the moves that you wouldn't think are good, which is why I think people overlook him. Because it's like, side B is so dumb.
If he had his Smash 4 up B and could recover better, then he'd be like busted.
I was playing Belmonts and I threw an axe and it clanged with his arms as he recovering. And then it hit him. It hit him anyways. Like it clanged.
He's got like no hurtbox on the arms.
Yeah,
it's good.
Anyway, any other underrated ones besides the DK?
Ooh. No, not really.
Yeah, fair enough.
The DK, the K. Rool, and the Greninja.
Where would you
I think there's probably a bunch of mid tiers that you could put like higher or lower, but who cares really?
Gravity 49 saying Pit and Dark Pit. I think he's been mentioning them quite a bit. You reckon they're?
No, they're crap. They're not great.
Rough.
I don't actually know. I think they're probably pretty good.
I like their nairs.
But like mid tier, so who cares?
Ooh,
they're just as good as like most other characters in the game.
Mid tiers are just like top tiers, except they are struggling. You know, like they've got some.
I just think of like the top 15 characters, the bottom 10 characters, and everyone in between is the same level.
Yeah, I think the problem with people with mid tiers is that they love going and be like, oh, this character's got this is good, that's good, but everything about the top tiers is good. You know, like they don't really have huge weaknesses, and if they do, they're super hard to like exploit, and only the other top tiers can.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Anyways, So I think, did you have anything final that you wanted to say to the crew that have shown up to say hello, or anything that you would love to say to?
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Don't have too much to say. Expect a huge meme of a video tonight. It's like a 1 minute long video.
We posted your Twitter there as well as my Twitter. You can follow us if you'd like.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. I'm sure most of the people here already follow you.
Make sure to follow Tournameta. Anyone that's here from knowing me.
Yeah. If you're ever up at this time.
Get it on. Was it on Spotify? Did you say?
It'll be on Spotify, on YouTube, and on.
Oh hell yeah! Listen to the first half in the car if you didn't get that part.
Yeah, or if you just want to listen back again, no problemos. Anyways, I'm going to go back into a dungeon because I actually don't leave this area until the podcast comes out, or if you get a special occasion, if I've been really good, I get
I'm going to get
tournaments.
A burrito.
Yeah,
You put it in my mind earlier. It's all I've been thinking about for the last few hours.
Do you have any burrito places close to you?
Zambrero's is like 5 minutes away from me, and it's changed my life since moving into this house. Like, burritos are probably 30% of my diet.
So not only are you thinking of burrito, but the burrito's thinking of you. It's that close. It's that nearby. Yeah, I'll be doing nothing but licking the side of the wall for moisture for the next 2 weeks. So wish me luck on that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Anyways.
Thanks for inviting me on here too.
No, you've been a fantastic guest. Thank you so much for doing the cross-state, first one to do it, of cross-country, first one to do it.
Cross-country, yeah. I hope it wasn't too hard to set up.
No, it was easy peasy. Jet called me right before I had a shower, so I was sitting there naked having a conversation with him. He didn't even know. It worked out great.
Don't get me this good image.
Anyway, we love you all very much. See you all later. And make sure to follow Little Z and check out his new videos because he's gonna blow up. He's gonna blow up again.
Tuning in.
Yeah. See ya.